Welcome, everybody. Hello, and
Hi.
this is the natural one. Natural is what I said. It sounded like my grandma. She washed the dishes. One of my favorite memories, and then I'll pass it off to Chris so that he can talk about the giveaway, is my grandma, she used to talk like that, and my cousin, for her birthday, gave her a gift. And it was he put a dog leash on this like salmon and put it on a plate and handed it to her. And she's like, "What is this?" He's like, "What are you talking about, Grandma? It's a fish on a leash on a dish." And she didn't talk for the rest of her birthday. She was the maddest I've ever seen her in my entire life, and it was glorious. It was the funniest thing ever, and I loved it. And then she died a year later.
Oh my god!
So, off to you. No.
Anyway.
So don't let your feelings bottle up inside you, because they'll turn into the cancer and kill you.
Well,
No, she didn't die of cancer. Just old age.
You'll just turn into the death.
Christopher.
We got a lovely giveaway for you guys today.
Woo!
We got a
lovely giveaway for you guys.
Doubles.
So as you know, our friends over at Underground Oracle create supplements for 5th edition that I'm very into. And they let us do some giveaways every now and then. So every other week, basically, we give away a supplement here. And today, we're actually giving away a 3-pack. It's the Heprion's Guide supplements. And the Heprion's Guide is basically their title for their supplements that talk about special items to add to the game, special magical items. So they've got 3 here. One is the Cursed Items supplement, one is the Blessed Items supplement, and the other one, which is my favorite, is the Ooze Items. The Blessed and Cursed Items work kind of how you'd expect. Cursed Items are like, hey, these are pretty strong items, but there's a downside to putting them on. Like, you can't take them off, or you lose a little life, stuff like that.
You lose a life?
Not like your whole life, but like you might get hurt while using them, that sort of thing.
Like you might
lose
lose a
some...
weekend to it, you know?
You lose HP.
Those
Every
blinding
time
lights.
you blink, your life is 1 minute shorter.
Oh
no.
That's terrifying.
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
for
God.
That. Yeah, that's
Oh,
awesome.
shit, no! You gave him ideas! No!
But the Ooze items are basically, hey, how do we take like the special characteristics of jellies and oozes and stuff like that, and apply them to weapons and other items that are interesting. So you've got like these dual swords that become like gelatinous long-ranged whips if you use charges and do like acid damage.
You have a bow.
You have a really cool bow.
Thorn whip.
Oh, there's also a whip. There's also like an ooze whip that's in that pack that I actually think you would like a lot.
Next character.
And then there's a cloak.
Yeah, there's so many cool things in those supplements that like I think my favorite part of it is they didn't make a system for it has correct me if I'm wrong. I just feel like maybe there was a moment in chat and Keith and Jess are probably in chat now.
Keith and Jess are probably fact-checking everything we say.
Yeah, that's right. And that's totally fine. If we say anything wrong, we're the dummies who didn't do the research beforehand. But what I was going to say was, didn't they say something about... Do they have a system for, like, taking monster parts and making them things?
I'm not sure. I know that they specifically made a bunch of ooze items.
Right. I felt like we talked about that with them in some way, where it was just like that was what was most interesting to me with those ooze things, is just like the idea of yes, she's gonna do it, she's crazy.
No, she's trying so hard to get up and
It's so
can't.
This is so funny.
She like totally failed. She tried
Monster
so
Hunter
hard.
one shot with that system. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's what I mean. Is that like I remember us either searching for it or talking about it or finding something that was similar to that, and I thought it was them. But maybe I'm wrong. Regardless, that was kind of one of my favorite parts. It's just like, no, it was a conversation between you and I. Just like unique monster parts that are more than just...
We did have that discussion, yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
between you and I.
it was inspired by the ooze weapons thing, where
Yes.
we started talking about like, what other monsters could you like make special things out of?
And so we wanted...
Monster
Yeah.
Hunter one shot.
Which is what
please.
excites me.
You run it.
Yeah, I mean...
It's fair. I love Monster Hunter.
Yes.
Which is like what excites me about these supplements is they like usually when I read their supplements it gets me to start thinking about other things we could do.
I'm going to sneeze real quick.
Don't. Come on.
I just don't have any control.
Look at the light.
Yeah!
Dab it
At
out.
least you got the dab out of it.
Yeah.
That's the only safe way to sneeze now.
So we'll be handing out those supplements, or that 3-pack, I should say. We'll be doing that giveaway at the break. So stay active in chat. We'll see you at the halfway point.
No keywords, no
keywords. We just go off of like who's active in the chat, and then
at least for now,
randomize out of there. Yeah. If it gets large enough to the point where we need a keyword, I guess I will explicitly say that we'll be doing a keyword at the break.
Yeah.
But generally we run this off of just active chat. Yeah.
I wish we had like decode something, like be the first person to decode it.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
Or like if you hear this word, be the first one to say, I heard the
word! Let's make sure we're saying it on stream too, where we're oh my god, we're coming up with ideas right now!
The fifth professional. The fifth word in the third sentence on our Instagram post on this day.
Honestly, a social thing like that could be great.
Oh, I just meant they had a puzzle they had to just code at the beginning.
That's what I mean.
It's a custom-made puzzle box. The first person to send us the thing inside that puzzle box will receive.
No, they get like a Cracker
the thing inside the puzzle box.
You have to send in there
Well, they all can get it. Oh no! Someone solved their puzzle box first. Mine's gonna explode now. Man, that'd be awesome.
That would be rad.
That'd be so cool.
I have no way to do this.
Sorry, man. Yep.
Yeah,
we should that one.
We should do a secret code word for April 1st. If you get the certain code word within, I don't know, this episode. I don't know when we're gonna put this.
April 1st was the last episode.
Oh,
April Fools!
April Fools is this one. Maybe as an April Fool's joke, we'll upload this episode first.
You never know.
You never know.
And you're gonna
really
realize
happening while they were on high.
They'll never make it.
No, but I'm saying it's like the Angry Beavers. They have to get a certain number of cereal box tops, mail it into our studio. And then
cereal box tops.
Which is who?
I collected those deeply.
I did.
They still do them.
They still do.
No, they're virtual now.
Yeah, you
can.
Well, the point of
I'm not gonna eat computer cereal.
You still.
No, you.
That's not my dad.
I mean, microchips.
Oh hey,
Sally, you were chocolate.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Microchips. I'm sorry.
Those clumsy cat.
You think you're gonna get away with
no,
that?
dumbass. Microchips Ahoy cereal.
It's like Cookie Crisp,
Bitcoin.
but way worse.
All right.
Last time.
Cranchitize me.
Cranchitize
Gotta give me my cranch.
All right.
Algorithmic, Captain.
Man,
every time you blink. Yeah, I gotta remember that.
And every time I blink.
Alright, did any of you guys get the... So, Captain Crunch disappeared, and they're like, which of these three places is he in? Is he in space? Is he in prehistoric times? Is he on pirate ship land? And when they finally released it, they released you could get a CD that had like a PC game where you had to raise a crunchling. It was the best video game
god,
ever.
I remember that.
Oh, thank God someone does.
My favorite...
That's just a fever dream. Hi!
My favorite promotional PC game that we boxed in with a fast food meal or cereal box was the Treasure Planet one.
Yeah.
There was a Treasure Planet one where it was like ship combat. And so you were sailing through space and churning this way and firing cannons off of this side, and those that had to take time to reload, and you'd fire off cannons off the other side.
And then the sequel, Guns of Icarus, came out, and
then Guns of Icarus came out, and
it's okay, Chelsea. Your life was probably better for it.
No, but I got DVDs. I got All Dogs Go to Heaven.
That game was a blast.
From your cereal box?
Cool.
No, it's from my.
You had to raise your crunchling, and you grow up. And you had to train him
because
there was a gremlin guy who you had to beat at sports, or he would
did you say
kill all the
Pizza Hut
crunchling. I don't know. It was
Pizza
weird.
Hut. They used to give out free movies with your
Yes, they did.
Because I was a basic cable kid who never got good cereal. I always got discount cereal. It was real good cereal, but it was discount. But there were no special CDs or anything in it. But we always did Wonka.com, and you could raise a weird blobby thing into a Wonka candy.
Did you ever play I think I've already asked this, but the Wild Thornberry game where you would that was a great game.
I fucking love the Wild Thornberry.
It's been a week since we played.
Game.
What happened last week?
It's been a whole week.
Okay, so last week on the natural went into the rabbit hole of box top.
I'm sorry.
It was my fault. It's really my fault because I brought up.
No, I don't mind. It's fun. It's what makes us, and I don't care. I remember. This is the last thing I'll say is I remember getting demo video games from Pizza Hut from PlayStation.
The Pizza Hut Underground Jam Pack, Disc 1, Disc 2, Disc 3.
I never took those because I never had a PlayStation.
Yo, the original Lego City.
I took the
I got a Backstreet Boy concert DVD from Burger King.
I never got Medieval, but I did get the free demo on the Underground Jam Pack disc, and that's all of Medieval I played.
But hit clips.
Oh, dude, I have the
fucking hit clips. I was just thinking about hit clips.
Redux.
You want to pay more than the price of a CD to hear 30 seconds of one of the songs?
Yo, you were this cool as the number of hit clips you had, and I was freaking cool.
How many hit clips did you need to get a whole song?
I had one hit
How many
clip.
tech decks did you have?
A lot.
So,
I also
last week on the natural ones.
You ever tech deck over somebody's shoe while they were in the bathroom?
I did have a lot of tech decks.
Dude, you gotta do the full ollie. You gotta do the little flip.
Remember Hamster talking about his tech deck skills?
Do you remember Hamster talking about his skateboard skills?
Yes.
I'm so bummed I never got to skateboard with Hamster.
Which I'm pretty sure.
Still have the opportunity.
Not wrong.
That's our extra content right there.
Oh,
Miles and Hamster go skateboarding.
Oh.
So you can remember how to ollie first. Could he ever ollie? I don't know.
Yes.
It'll take me a minute. I also own no skate shoes, so I will be in the cowboy boots.
Yikes.
The radical ones.
Radical cowboy boots.
like multi-shade glasses, spiked up hair and shit.
The frosted tips.
That's not a
the
good luck
tips
with
are
this hairline,
so
my dude.
Frosted.
So, last week on the natural ones, there was a lot of stuff that just sort of happened.
Yeah.
They had a great party. They had a good time.
That was just a run-on sentence of an episode.
Yeah,
it really was.
There was an induction to the Fratifollers for Philip.
Oh yeah, I guess something important did happen.
Yeah, and there was a couple other things that were learned. Liam's pangolin has now been advanced into a motorized vehicle. Right now, all it has is wheels. Let's remember that, okay?
Yeah.
Like it is on the ground.
There's no seat or handlebars.
And at this moment, like I said, we're not going to worry about
motor.
stat changes.
Okay.
I think for right now, it's what it was.
Cool.
Just a larger size. Because all the larger size was doing anyway was just kind of like giving it a mountability. So we may even change that to, instead of size change, to just like the ability to mount it.
Okay.
We'll think about it. We'll see what's more necessary.
Cool.
Available to try hard now.
So, and at the end of which they have sort of decided that they their next move is to go south to Bovesia, as Clickwhistle's job is still, or contract is still ongoing at the moment, as well as Core Hall in general, and they are figuring out the best way to get there. And that's where we will open to you.
So we're stealing an airship?
No!
We're not.
Why are we not stealing an airship?
We just got you out of jail!
I know, but I can get back. I mean, I won't get
little
caught this time. Maybe, possibly, probably not.
How are you going to sneak an airship?
It's got a point there.
I thought I was the stupid one!
No, you're not the stupid one. You're the one who leads us. You shouldn't be the stupid one. Who's the stupid one?
I think we are.
Am I the stupid one? Have we all been the stupid one?
I think we're the stupid ones. Yeah.
Oh shit, fuck. Well, we still need an airship. We may be stupid, but we need an airship.
And we don't need it. It's just an option. I just think it'd be faster.
It would be way faster, and that's why we think we need
All right,
an airship.
we came up with this plan 3 minutes ago. Definitely not a week ago. Definitely not 2 hours ago either. We're gonna go into town. We're gonna do research, see if there are any airships in the area we can boat a passage on. See if not there, where we could potentially get an airship, a village part way that we could. If we can find that information, we will use that information to board an airship.
Yes.
If we can't use that information, we're gonna mount up and ride.
Look, do you think, I know that Daphne is not super happy with us after the whole literal thing I did. So, I know that she's probably not really I wouldn't say willing, but like, she's pretty not willing to see us. But can we try to ask her?
We're not going to ask Daphne for an airship.
Why not?
How did it go when you guys went and saw her?
Yeah, right? Weren't you guys heading that way?
It didn't. We didn't see her. We just handed the letter off to guards.
You just handed the letter off to guards?
Yes.
How do you know it got to her?
We don't, I guess. I assume they would give it to her.
But did she refuse to see you guys?
Honestly, if we're looking for the state to give us resources, we shouldn't talk to Daphne anyway. We should talk to our patron.
Oh, right. I guess I could...
I don't know what ROI has to do with it.
Other different patron.
I guess I could go see Barlow.
So can ROI get us
what
an
I
airship?
could have.
I don't really know how the god thing works.
Oh, she's the goddess of fertility and airships!
And airship giving.
It's just... Whoa!
That's an ace idea!
ROI.
Hey!
ROI created the Feywild. And airships.
And
She just really liked when baskets flew.
She also really enjoyed guns.
Big gun fan.
Who doesn't?
Big fan of guns. She's the NRA or ROI. How sad would it be when you're like, oh, God supports AK-47s?
That was one of my favorite parts of the Bible. Is when
Jesus
went down to the shooting
Jesus
range.
said, kill him with guns.
Because God likes them.
And God descended from the heavens and was like, don't you let nobody ever tell you can't do whatever you want with a gun at any moment.
Yeah.
Don't you never let
nobody say,
we're gonna do it.
we're gonna do it. Alright.
Said Lolly.
Yeah, we should probably ask Barlow what he knows, if he knows anything about a ship, considering we're supposed to do something for him anyways.
I can do that.
What
So
else?
that not many people get in trouble in case we get in trouble.
Wow,
Don't,
here's the
thing.
trouble.
Don't try to break in this time. Just
Oh no, I will knock politely.
okay. Just
Also,
use the
did
normal.
office hours?
Don't at any point mention stealing an airship, please.
So someone should probably go with her.
I mean, that is very fair. No, I promise I will not.
Who feels like the most confident to go with her?
Is there a reason we're not all going?
I didn't want to get everybody else in trouble. If
What are we getting in trouble for? We're asking politely for an airship that we
Well,
would like
I was
to.
going to knock on his door in the middle of the night. He might
It's not
have
the middle
some
of the night.
seismic things.
It's not the middle of the
It's not the middle of the night?
No, I'm in the middle of the
I thought we
night.
slept late. I'm sorry. Okay, great.
No, no. Again, you slept late, but you guys went to bed by like 3 a.m.
Ah.
No.
Sessed's time. Yeah, Woolankar is similar time as the Sesed.
Right, but it was nighttime when I went to bed outside in the sky. It was dawn, which would make it dark time there, which would make it middle of the nighttime.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she did
it
go
was
to bed
meant
at
to just
dawn.
be that it's like.
Late
Again,
in the
it was
day.
dawn. It was turning into.
So 5 a.m., let's say.
Yeah.
5 p.m. there, so it's like 9 a.m. here, which would make it like 9 p.m. there. No,
We won and made things harder for ourselves. Suck it, Tyler.
No, I was just
Basically,
realizing.
I'm just trying to
make sure because I always thought when it was daytime.
It's why
there,
this.
nighttime
It's why
there.
I did the bad DM thing of like, yeah, it's the other side of the world. It's like, it is daytime in Sesed.
It's daytime and
Great.
stuff.
Great.
That's all I mean by it is
Yeah.
that it's like
I was just trying to understand
the way
it,
the
but...
dinner, the way the timeline for the dinner worked, it was that you guys slept late. Right now, it's like afternoon. It's like 1 o'clock. So it's not early in the morning at all. It's
Good.
just that it's later in the day.
Okay.
This is why you just make the world flat.
So that means that he is currently in his office right now.
It's the hardest part of this game is just remembering.
I just thought it was like
Time
opposite.
is
is
so
the reason
hard
why.
in this game. But
It's just
anyway.
12 hours.
Well,
Anywho, I
Wouldn't that
could
make it 1 a.m.
go to his office because he specifically asked me to follow office hours. I could go now. Anyone who wants to come with me is totally cool.
Yeah, let's go talk to him about airship having.
Okay.
See if even if he just knows where we could catch one.
I just wouldn't count on there being an airship going to Core Hall, given everything that's going on.
No, but if we can get closer,
Got it.
head down that general area, cut a few days off the trip.
Because
there.
he really wants to know what happened in Core Hall.
Sure.
He really does. So, like, if we're like, hey, we're trying to figure out what happened in
Sure, let's
Coral,
just go.
17 days on foot. Is there a better
Turn
way?
to the city, you open the door.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
I'm saying you guys can have this conversation on the way. If there's anything more important, if there's anything important you still want to say about it, you guys are on your way to.
Yeah, that's why I was doing it while she was talking.
We're walking, talking.
Hold on a moment. I actually never got the sending stones. I'm gonna go run and grab them actually because I got distracted by. I realized.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go grab the sending stones.
Right. It takes you maybe like 2 minutes, just because she has it. All of the things as you go in there and you start looking through the workshop. Liam knows this because he works in there regularly. Like they're all labeled.
Aww.
Like there are little like bits of parchment that have like just all these like just like slid everywhere like where everything is.
Gotta be careful falling asleep at the desk or she'll start labeling your body parts.
Might help.
Tibia.
Alphabetical in it, there's like the in the items there's a drawer that's like basically just like finished project.
Great.
You open that and
it's really also
it's not like a manila. Yeah, it's like not. I do love that idea. Just like, and then you just like.
And then just
you open it and it's like a
pocket dimension.
You know what? Fuck it. Yes, this is way too rad of an idea for me to not do this. Is that she has set up just like small pocket, like very very, like minuscule, like your many-handed pouch, but they're all like these folders, these that just have like this like mini. Like you open it up and you don't see anything, but it says sending stone on it, and like. Yeah, but like your thumb's like going through the parchment, and so then you reach in and you pull out the 2 sending stones.
Is there anything else of interest that I just see while I'm flipping through?
I live with a bunch of thieves.
Yeah, you do.
This was a.
I asked for this. I gave them to her 4 months ago.
No, but now you're like, is there anything else in there?
No, I'm just gonna ask her about it. I was looking for my sending stones.
This is why we don't tell you anything.
There are. I'm having to make this system in my head because I thought of it differently. So I'm trying to like think of like, okay. There are 15 other folders.
Okay.
What are you interested in? Before I tell you what's interesting in there, like what to you would be interesting as like a phrasing?
I think to me what would be interesting would be something that
even saying that something sounds like
something that allows like camouflage or protection or like shelter without having to necessarily like build a tent.
But I just bought all these nice new tents.
We can put them inside a dome.
Yeah, and I don't know, but like.
Okay. You see a folder marked. Yeah, I'll give you a second to get your notes. You see a folder marked. Trying to phrase this correctly.
Feet pics.
It's just like feet.
Actual.
Yeah.
It's like a ice skate basically.
Yikes.
It's for climbing. Picks for your feet.
That's so much more cool than what I was thinking.
No, you see a folder that says travel camouflage.
Ooh.
That's pretty on the nose.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't seem like it's an item name or anything. It seems
it's a category.
Yeah.
Put my hand in and just like pull out to what it looks like.
You reach your hand in and like it there's like a fabric, and as you pull it out, it seems like it's it looks like a mosquito net.
Okay.
You can't tell how large it is because like it's still coming out as you like pull it up.
And like if I put my hand behind it, do I see my hand? Is it like literal camouflage, or is it like
again the material camouflage? And like what it looks like is a mosquito net.
No, I know. I'm trying to say like, is it more like a camo? What I'm trying to find out is it like invisibility camouflage, like, or like it makes it look like it's just surrounding.
It's a mesh. So I'm trying to say like you can't. You're not. It's not even fully out yet. So it's just like it's one of those things like you're putting your hand behind it. It's all bunched up together. It doesn't seem activated. Like it might also like you're getting a potential idea that like maybe it takes like you don't know how it works.
Cool.
So you're not sure what it would do.
I'll put it back and I'll ask later.
Okay.
But intriguing. Okay.
I love this new system. It's great. Okay, so you guys head towards Barlow Vidagon's office. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about?
I got the sending stones.
Just want to get to that office.
You got the
nice
sending stones? That's a good idea.
Thank you.
How far is the range on a sending stone?
Well,
let's ask God.
I didn't really ask her. I just took them.
Okay.
It is a fair amount of distance.
I would feel like it's a fair amount of distance.
I think that's a fair assessment.
You would have no idea.
I would feel like it's probably pretty far. I mean, like, we got 2 stones. They're meant to be apart so that you can talk to each other.
Well, it functions with the spell sending, right?
So
it's a pair. You have it's paired, and each smooth stone carved to match the other, so the pairing is easily recognized. So they are a it's like a skipping stone. Like that's what it most resembles to you.
Okay.
It's of a darker stone, like the things that you would find on the beach.
Okay.
With like the actual material of the stone has like the white, like like thunder veins, like moving through it.
Yeah.
On each of them, though, there is the same glyph in Draconic for send.
I don't know what it says, but they're matching symbols.
Dope.
So.
Do you know how far
while you are touching the stone, you can use an action to cast the sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. If no one bears that other stone, you know that fact as soon as you use the stone and don't cast the spell. You can put the sending stone's item from the in your equipment now. I just mean to say, like, that's
Liam, I think you should have the other one.
It's a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. Obviously, this is also the other thing, is that they have to have the stone. Creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and you can answer in a like manner immediately. The spell enables creatures with intelligence of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance that the message does not arrive.
Great, I think you should have these because we seem to lose you a lot. And then you can always find us. I mean, you were just riding a pangolin in a forest.
I'm gonna put it in your. I'll put it in your. No, don't worry. That's what I mean. You guys keep talking. Okay. I'll put it in your inventory.
Can we call your pangolin Chopper?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good name for your pangolin.
So now we can't lose him.
I'm thinking.
I'm thinking Arby's.
I'm thinking One Piece.
I think that's about
so
it.
we go to Barlow?
Now we
when
go.
When we get to Barlow, I think I should go in first.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Or do we think we... Because I don't think he knows that... I mean, anybody besides you knows that...
I thought he wanted all of us to partake.
Well, yeah.
Kind of like a suicide squad.
I'm not...
What are we, some kind of suicide squad?
It's the worst.
Every time we can flip
That's what I mean. It's just like,
so
damn it.
So that's what that's like.
I mean,
if you want to go
out of character, did he legitimately say that? Because
he said that all of us were gonna know. Yeah.
He wants all of us. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Never mind. All right, then. Never mind. That's totally fine. Let's all go together. And so we go to I lead them up to Barlow Vidagon's office because I know which office is Barlow Vidagon's.
I have an excellent memory for geography.
I do. Remember?
Okay, which one is it?
This one.
Because I did super well on my reconnaissance.
I remember.
My reconnaissance.
I was just giving you crap. It's not a long walk. It's not a hard walk through the college and everything. But you guys do have your normal sort of. It's middle of the day, so there's certainly more students roaming around than previously, and you get to Barlow Vitigon's office, but there is now a secretary. Like outside of his office, there is a desk next to the office that is sort of like as you approach, it's Tabaxi, and she like
yikes.
Tabaxi, she's got this sort of tiger pattern to her fur as she looks as you approach.
Ah. You are here to see Barlow.
Yes, please.
One moment. Is he expecting you?
Nope.
She gets up and knocks on the door and then steps inside. About 2 minutes go by.
Are you doing so, Lolly?
And as she steps out, she closes the door still. She says,
He's in the middle of talking, but he will be available in roughly 15 minutes. Could you please take a seat?
and at that you see her like snap and 5 chairs line up the wall next to Barlow's office. It's
if you would like to have a seat, he will be with you shortly. Could I get you anything? Any water? Any food?
No, that's totally fine.
Are you fine over there?
Yeah, she's a bit of a hangover. Don't worry about it. We'll just sit here. Actually, I might take my friend outside to just get a little bit of air. Is that okay?
15 minutes. Barlow will be available. I don't know what. Not so much. No, sorry. She doesn't say I don't know, but just, I can't profess that he will have much time after that.
No, that's totally fine. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna take my friend out here outside for a little bit, and
she goes and sits,
everybody else will be.
She goes and sits down. She's doesn't seem worried about the lot of you, just taking information, and so she goes back and sits down to work.
Great. Ask about the airship. We'll be right back. I'm gonna take you outside.
You gotta learn how to do this chair thing.
Yeah, you're right. Honestly,
it looks really useful.
Yeah.
So you guys are just leaving completely?
Yeah, we're just gonna take a step outside.
Okay. You take the step outside. It takes about 5 minutes to get out there.
Yeah, I think that I will just wait right here in this spot.
Tobacco's not a good thing?
Nope. No, the last one we met, it did not have a very warm reception of me, so I will be right here.
This is a very personal question. Did it look like the one that's up there?
No, completely different. But yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is totally fine.
So I will stay here. You can go back in. Just let everyone know that I'm outside and I'm good.
Okay. I don't have a sending stone with me. Okay. Look, there's a specific bench underneath a tree that I know about. It's my favorite bench. It's the bench that I met the random student at when I first came here. I found this bench. It's a bench. It's next to a very nice and peaceful tree, and it is in the shade. So we'll come find you, okay?
Mhm.
Are you sure you don't want to tell me anything else?
Yep.
All right, great.
Is that where I met where we saw the
Vital?
professor?
No,
yeah.
Vital was out by the. He was out. You guys are still closer to the actual entry.
Ah, okay.
Vital was towards the front of the lawn.
Got it.
He was like actually next to the trees, teaching the students, sort of. That's backstory. That's
Cool.
that's a
Well,
bunch
I'll
of stuff
go
that's
find
happened.
the-
I'm talking to this. I was like talking to the audience. It's like that's stuff that's.
Well, then I'll go find the bench and
Okay.
like go sit there.
Nope.
5 minutes back up. It's not so everybody's still waiting by the time you get back up.
Sorry, I have the hiccups.
It's okay.
Is she okay?
Oh, she's totally fine. Yeah, no, I put there. There is some political differences that we'll figure out a little later.
Oh, I mean, I know about them. Yes,
You know about them?
I was well educated. Yes.
I'm not. So I'm
I
very
meant that
ill
insulting against
educated.
myself, not against you.
So Barlow opens the door to you and he says, "Well, if you'd like to come in."
We would.
We do.
All right.
We enter.
Forgot he was like.
What?
We're just discussing complimenting your accents. Congratulations.
We're just saying that Barlow Viticon sounds a little sexy, okay?
I mean,
like,
I
we're
sent you
just
guys
like
the
I'm,
art if
I
you-
know.
I know.
did
We
look
all
at it.
agree,
I looked
though.
at it. We're all
I saw him lounging.
We're
He
all
was
saying it.
Fans.
The Daphne one I'm really proud of though.
That was good.
So he like as you guys get up from the chairs, they sink back into the ground.
You really gotta learn that.
And as you come into the office and he sits back down at his desk, they come up for you.
Look at how useful that is.
You're not wrong.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
And
hiccupy.
he says something. So, what is it that I might do for you?
We have a in order to get to Core Hall. It's a very specific request. We figured out that airship would probably be our best way.
It would be.
Yeah, definitely.
It is
Do you
a
know
convenient way, anyway.
anybody who's going to Core Hall right now, or like?
No.
That's our problem, you see. We would
Sounds
really.
like might have to find a different way there. Airships don't usually come to Sestead.
They leave them.
Right, but
No.
this.
They just don't come here at all.
We are currently in the business of. This is why the political tension between us and Bovesia is so important at the moment. We were currently in talks to build a dock for the airships.
Lenistad has a dock.
So they can
Yes,
go in
they're
the
closer
water.
in relationships to Bovesia. They have less bad blood.
So it is a bad blood thing
Well, you did fight a century-old war.
Is
a
there
century ago.
Right. You see the pattern. You see the problem we have.
I mean, I don't really
You're talking about
Yeah,
people who have
war.
a long memory.
do long.
Oh.
Yes. Do you want to discuss political discourse, or do you want to ask something?
No, I would like to get an airship.
Okay, great. So, the point being is that there are no airships currently in Sestead, and potentially won't be for a long time, unless these tensions settle. A lot of business investments in those from a lot of people, so
And-
tensions are high.
Well, I suppose this is just another reason to figure out this whole coral situation.
Yes.
Do you happen to know a faster way to Gore Hall? It seems like it's going to take us 17 days, and that is a very long time.
There are a few. Core Hall is certainly a larger city, but all magical means of traversing has been suspended for the time being, until we can understand how the disease spreads. We can't risk anybody leaving or entering.
Ooh.
Yeah, this
It's
is
a
what I
little
meant.
too
This is what I meant. Like it was like, oh,
I,
okay. I'll be honest, guys. I'm going to talk to the stream right now. This is unintentional. I wrote this stuff like 3 months ago. So.
And now we're recording this on the day that it's been announced that New York will go into lockdown.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't feel bad, honestly. I don't, about making this, but I just want to be like, yeah, this was not what I was expecting to happen this year.
If looking for escapism.
If it makes you feel any better, on our episode of the March Mini Madness, I made a joke about everybody getting a really bad flu, and it is on camera, and I just recently discovered that I said it. So
and now you
made this happen, and I'm so sorry. I'm trying to reverse
it.
So
regardless, though, yeah, all he's trying to say is that it's not that travel has been completely. It's just that magical means of travel have been suspended. Like, they don't want just people just going in from around the world that haven't heard of what's going on yet. Yeah. You know, so that's kind of how he frames it. Is just that so.
You aren't aware of any less than official potential airships coming into the area that we could possibly
airships don't generally come towards the stead, like I said.
But is there
not through Grania either. That was again part of our deal.
But is there
Core Hall was meant to be the flagship of the build. Yes, it would be a supply chain. Well, Core Hall is the closest city to Bovesia.
No, but I'm saying what would be is there a closer place that we could catch one? An airship?
Core Hall does have docks.
Is there a place closer than that?
No, that's my point. It's the first. It was supposed to be the flagship, and from there it would be built in Sestet. You're not going to find an airship until you get to Bovesia.
Right, that makes sense.
Is there a different way? Is there tunnels? Is there?
You want to crawl there?
I mean, I don't want to crawl there, but if it's faster than walking,
it's fine. We should be fine. If airships isn't a method, then
I have one other method. I don't know how much you would like it though.
What's your method?
Giant catapult.
Do you have giant owls?
Great glass elevator.
Neither. Now, the benefit of the circles beneath Core Hall and within Sested's walls is that they're monitored and they are utilized by specific people. But there is another spell that I could use. It is less reliable. There is a chance I might not be able to get you exactly all the way there.
Would it still get us in the right direction?
Maybe.
How close could you get us?
He brings out his spell book.
Oh,
he just like
your grimoire.
It's a very lovely book as well. It's like it is
scaled, dragon scaled, and bound with leather.
Talk about it, yeah. It's bound in like a black dragon scale.
Okay. I made one of those as well, but it was given away as a gift, so I can't show you guys that.
Let's see. I have two.
No, I'm just sitting under a bench.
All right.
Under the bench?
Did I say under a bench? I meant on the bench.
Okay.
Well, if you're trying to hide from people.
No,
just the
tabaxi. At this point, I think we've met so many people that I think at this point I haven't cared as much.
She's been letting her hair down.
Yeah, literally, it's in my character art. Right there. I think here on the side.
Well, I'm gonna make new ones, see what works better. So.
Right, somewhere under here.
Okay. He says, I can get you by the nature of what I can do. I can get you to wherever you want to go. But based on where I've been, some places will be a little bit easier than others.
Core Hall is not one of the easy places?
Core Hall is easy.
Core Hall is easy, but...
Is there a number of people and or weight or mass limit to this spell?
I can bring myself in up to 8 others.
1, 2, 3.
We can include Pangolin,
4,
Panther,
5,
and
6.
Flanagan.
Flanagan, you can also just call whatever.
I could, but if he can do up to 8 others.
But can you just call him down once we are actually in Coral?
Yes, but
Again,
if I don't want to save a spell slot,
if he doesn't want to burn a spell slot,
if we have an extra space,
I guess I'm asking. Maybe this is me being
it's
like
5 of you,
a
and
stickler.
then Panther, Pangolin,
Do you still
and
have
Flanagan.
the hedgehog on you?
I can't imagine the hedgehog would take up an entire
Slot. We don't know.
I don't want the hedgehog to die. That's the only reason why I'm asking. And I just know that he loves animals so I'm just asking.
Well, you don't have the hedgehog with you right now.
That's what I wanted to know.
Says you.
He never said
You
took it
never
off.
specifically said that.
I never said I took it off.
He
You had to
also
go to
said
sleep.
he never said he put him down.
All right, the hedgehog's with you.
No, I was asking. I just wanted to make sure the hedgehog doesn't die.
You're fine. I'm mad at him.
I'm going everywhere I can with this hedgehog. Does this count as a person?
He looks at. To some.
For the purposes of the spell.
No.
All right. Well,
I just wanted to make sure he didn't like poof.
no, it's a good.
Do you have to come with us in order for the
Yes.
spell to work? You have to come with us in order for
Yes.
the spell to work. Okay, great.
And I would promptly leave.
Yeah, I mean that's very fair. We just have to get there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Pangolin.
It's 8.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I know. I'm
Pangolin,
taking our
Panther,
head
and
count
Flanagan
of
would be
people.
8.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That-
6, 7, 8.
My point
Plus
was,
level.
it is 8. You guys are the exact number.
Yeah.
Is there any side effects? Like maybe like my arm might not come or something?
Why would your arm
It
not come?
is certainly a potential.
How
That's the way
likely?
magic works.
I don't
Sometimes
like
you
to
lose
take
an arm.
I don't like to take unnecessary risks.
Says the guy with one eye
I'm
and a
fine with
motorcycle
that.
pangolin.
How many times can you say? How many times can you say that in rapid succession?
He says, again, the more familiar I am with the area, then the easier it is, and less likely that will happen.
And you know the area you would take us to pretty well?
Yes.
I don't like the hesitation. Why is there continue to be a hesitation to it? It's like
It's
I
my
know the
exercise
area,
and I hate
don't
being
live there, so it's not intimate, but I do know it very well.
So the risk is fairly low, but it has to be.
There is some.
But there always is.
I'm also. I'm fine with either method.
We gotta have a deadline.
We definitely
Sure, but we
a
have
deadline.
time to ride there as well.
11 and a half days on Mount.
But we have to be done by the 15th, I thought.
Yeah, but that's
He has to be at murder.
We have like 6 weeks left.
Not necessarily
No,
murdered.
yeah.
Oh, it's right. There's more weeks here.
Yeah, we have like
Yeah.
6
Yeah,
weeks left.
yeah,
We've got
they've
time to do it the long way.
Oh,
the long way, the
okay,
long
then.
way.
Sorry, did you say murder?
No,
No, that was me talking out of character, not Chelsea.
I know. That,
Yikes.
that was the joke. Was that it was like,
Yikes.
He's a funny boy. He's a funny man.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah, so we've got the time to do it either way.
I mean, I think that we should go the faster way, even though it's a little risky. But
it just depends on where you want to go.
we just want to go to Gorhal. Because once we get into Gorhal, we can get into Bovesia.
Whatever the safest space there would be, even if it's like a little bit outside of Korhal, we could walk the rest of it.
Well,
Absolutely.
well, that's my point is your choice is either try to sneak into Bovesia, or I could take you there myself. You wouldn't be able to go to Coal Hall right away, but you would go to Bovesia.
You know a place in Bovesia intimately enough that you'd be...
I have a friend.
Well?
Sorry, excuse me.
It's his husband.
Well?
We're bringing those other people to this family.
How well do you know Tarro?
Well, I have a few friends
Not necessarily intimately, but very well.
Yes.
I would have figured such an intellectual wouldn't really be into tarot.
Excuse you.
Shing.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, little guy.
Hey.
Wait, Nemos, you know Tarro?
I mean, I don't know it myself, but I believe in it.
Point of fact,
Right.
it's Tarro.
Tarro.
Is the name
Sorry.
of the city.
I'm not from around here.
And we'll have no more confusion and or jokes regarding cards now.
Oh, they are like drastically far away. Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. Everything is super far away from here.
Again, it's 425 miles to Core Hall, 900 miles to Tarro.
So we're basically not actually cutting down on any of the travel time because Core Hall is as far from Sested as it is from Tarro. So if we go to Tarro, it will take us just as long to travel to Core Hall from there. Yeah. We could just do the Tarro thing first.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
Although then,
the Tarro thing might lead us back to Lenistad.
Well, that's the thing is, yeah, like once we do the Tarro thing, it feels like then we have to go do another thing once we do that.
If we can hit Core Hall on the way back, specifically if we could catch like an airship heading that direction.
I just feel like Core Hall might require more of our resources than.
This is the thing. I'm feeling like Core Hall needs to be investigated, whereas Tarro is kind of a smash and grab kind of job.
Yeah, I think we should do Tarro first. We don't have a specific deadline on Core Hall.
Yeah.
Can you explain again where you said that like the first airship station was supposed to be?
Core Hall.
Was supposed to be.
I mean, again, outside of Bovesia.
Yeah.
The first.
What's supposed to be?
The first airship dock that was built within Grania was Core Hall.
I cannot believe there aren't any like
the issue?
ambitious smugglers trying to airship their goods outside of Bovesia.
No.
I would be. I need a smuggling ship.
There is a deadline on Core Hall, just in that we don't know what's going to be happening. This thing is progressing, and so the longer we take, the worse it gets.
Yes, but I think we should.
If
we can go to one or the other, I think we should hit Tarro first, because we don't know. We might find something that'll help us with Core Hall there.
We might find something in Core Hall that'll help us with Tarro.
That's the thing.
But
like my thing.
Not really.
Personally,
To step in slightly, the job involved with that job, Liam, you would doubt that you would find something in Core Hall that would help you with the job.
Yeah.
Anything that you do in Tarro would help Core. Like, I see your point too. It's like you might find some information out. I think that's what you're trying to say.
The job in Tarro is relatively
like,
simple. We have everything we need to do it now, except for a good
but
way.
It's just that the issue is we don't finish the job in Tarro because then we got to go somewhere else.
Potentially. We just have to. I mean, if worst comes to it and we have to kill a guy, we don't have to. We
still have to bring him back to Lenistad.
Yeah, or get word to the Crimson Dawn's amount, which shouldn't be that difficult to do.
But then we're stuck with a dead body while we go towards Core Hall.
This is a wonderful conversation.
I know. We need to have this not here,
Sorry,
but we also have to
Barlow.
make this decision now.
Barlow, look, if you
I am kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you hired me for a spy master, for fuck's sake. Like,
yeah, no, that's what he was about to say.
Yeah.
That's what he was like, look, I don't question your motives. You're very clearly a group of individuals who decide very hard things, and I can't condone anything.
We're not trying to.
But I also will not take the fall for you for doing them.
No, you haven't heard any of this.
I simply need your decision because my time is very precious right now.
But can we maybe like have like 5 minutes?
Of course. No, I just mean.
Excuse me. Run downstairs to grab the person who also should be part of this
conversation. I just thought that was funny. It's like great, and then run away. Yeah. It's like, oh, I didn't suppose that.
She does this all the time. Don't worry about it.
She would leave, but that's fine.
She'll be right back.
So you run and you step outside.
Do
and
I see her from
here?
Okay.
I mean, unless you left.
I would just sit at the bench wherever that was.
I was opening up. It's like unless you walked away, she's there, so you see her.
Hey.
Hey, how's the meeting, or how was it?
Well, it's currently happening. I left abruptly. I think that you should come. I know that you're, like, not all hip with the tabaxi lady, and I get it. I have a disguise self potion if you're scared for yourself.
I mean, if we're just gonna go in and I don't have to wait, then I'll just put my hood up and then we could just walk quickly back to the office.
We're just gonna, like, go on a magical adventure, and I think you should join us. We are.
Well, you didn't share it with her last time.
Yeah, okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put your hood up, you go back up, you kind of, like, guard yourself.
I'm gonna explain what we said during the time, so I don't have to go through
it
again.
Yeah.
Walking up.
You're caught up. You step back into the office. Wonderful. So, are we ready to continue?
I just wanted all of our opinions.
I don't mind.
I think maybe we should head to Tarro first. In my opinion.
Cool.
I can only agree because I have been drafted into the job in Tarro, but I am worried about Korhal.
100%.
It's a worrying state. It's not a good place to be.
Did you hear anything else?
No.
Nothing?
No new news. Simply just...
You said that you made the spell that turns the people into puzzles, yeah? Puzzles, I mean.
Puzzles would be a way better spell.
Write it down.
I'm gonna write that down.
I certainly didn't... I, in some ways, made the spell, yes.
Can you tell us anything about it? Anything that...
Anything more than I've already told you, no.
Nothing that can counteract it? Nothing that can...
No. It's... I mean, there are methods to counteract magic, and that is why this is the most scary part of it, is that whatever methods that I would have used to counteract my own spell are not working.
What are not working? What are the methods, I mean?
So, there are ways to dispel magic. There are many different calls to do so. There are areas of the world that suck it out, if you want the layman's terms. It deteriorates the potency much too far away to bring any of them if they're carrying a plague. But at the end of the day, the biggest disappointment of it all is the spell itself is supposed to be concentrated on, and once it is concentrated on enough, it is permanent. It's the nature of the spell. But even while it is permanent, the original caster may relent the curse. It's more of a bond, if you understand my meaning. And they sever the tie.
So, if the caster severs the ties, then they are stuck as puddle people forever?
They would retain their original form.
Oh.
But certainly the pain in going back to their original form would be excruciating, as is the pain in being in the form. It's the nature of the spell. It's meant to deter. It's not a spell I give out, and I took for a reason.
You took it?
Yes.
From where?
Well, I took it and adapted it from a different book.
Which
This
book?
is not an interrogation from me.
No, I'm not trying to interrogate.
I understand. I'm saying I have given you the relevant information that you need.
Well,
I must protect this spell.
I mean, of course, but
I can't tell you where I got it.
I just...
Because the book no longer exists.
Yep. Okay, cool. But that book wouldn't have happened to be authored by a certain magic user named Galen.
No. someone who's irrelevant. Now.
Precarious. Just a
They
name
seem
I just
less-
wanted to throw out there.
It's knowledge that should not be disseminated.
Well, we won't disseminate.
Are you sure?
No.
Neither am I.
Alright.
Let's go.
Yeah. If you want to do tarot, let's do tarot. Tarot.
Tarot.
If you want to do tarot, let's do tarot.
We can do tarot.
The job in
Yeah.
tarot is a weight around
Not
the neck.
proficient.
There's a million things we should be doing, and instead
I hope
we're
you
worried
don't
about this
find
job. I just
my
wanna get
lack
that over with, so
of...
we can-
If multiple people want to go there, then let's go there. I'm not going with you. So if you don't mind, I would just like to run home and make
Take your time.
some
Make
preparations
preparations.
first.
I do have other business for the next hour, so probably 2.
Maybe come to you in off office hours?
I will be ready for you.
Pretty please? If we knock politely.
I will be ready for you today.
Great.
I have one last question. I
Yes.
promise. How is the disease spread?
That's partially what we're trying to figure out. At this moment, it seems by touch.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry.
But there is something within... We don't even know how it started. So,
Okay.
could be in the air, it could be simply in the water supply, we don't know. Many measures have been taken, but we're getting somewhere, as I understand. Again, I'm not trying to be withholding,
No, we do not.
in the sense that I don't want you to solve this. I just cannot give you that information. It is... The most I can tell you is it is part of my duty as the Dean of Durellan College to not tell you.
And that is very fair. We just want to make sure that we are.
You're getting all the information you need, I understand.
We're just trying to
Go
get.
make your preparations. I will be here waiting for you as you return.
Okay.
Okay, there's only one thing I thought of we should do.
Can we maybe leave the office?
Yes, I assume.
Oh, I thought you were saying
it's on
with him.
it's on the
Yeah, no.
exit.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Liam and Nameless, I want to show you how to make these work. Just kind of hand out show them the gems, the uncharged gems that we gathered from there. It's I think we should. I've got 3 of these. I can only really do one a day. I think if all 3 of us try to do one, and just get them ready before we go, I think.
And just putting the magic in the stone.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure you'll be able to do this.
Yeah.
I don't know about Liam.
I'll do my best.
Philip's throwing shade is the funniest thing to me because it's like
It wasn't even shade. It was just honesty.
but you whisper it. You're like, I don't know about Liam.
Well, I didn't want to hurt his feelings,
But
but I did want him to hear it. All right.
Anything else? Is anybody needing to go anywhere as part of preparation? Because if you want to do the gems, and if you want to help with one of the gems, both of you, it will take a little bit. It will take an hour of your time.
I do not want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
I would like to try and go to find a potion store.
There are apothecaries and there are
For maybe to try and I guess I can say this. I'm gonna try and find this stuff that maybe is anti-poison or anti-something. I don't know how the stuff is spread, but
Yeah, you guys should probably
I don't
get
know how
something
far
there.
it's gone.
I'll come with you if you want.
You guys are more than welcome to.
Great.
I can't remember. Did somebody go to Moral and ask them if they knew anything about Kulun? And I just didn't write it down.
We did. It was.
There was
It
a minute ago.
was.
Yeah.
It was more of a very ambiguous conversation because then we then asked something else after it. We asked a question I think it kind of got glossed over.
It was, and I'm pretty sure it was before the plague marshes as well.
Yeah, I think it got glossed over because I think that might have been when you saw the book.
Because I saw. Because
It was before. It was after that. The
before we
book was
started
one of the
streaming.
first. It was the first time you guys ever went to Morals.
I thought that was not the one before the plague marshes though.
I mean,
You saw the
it
book
was.
again, I think, at the plague marshes.
But I.
Maybe I don't. Yeah,
As much
it was
as-
with a book. I remember.
As
that.
much as I hate to say this, I would like to go to Morals.
Okay. So you two are going to find some apothecaries, Morals. You were going to the Expanse to charge a stone.
Yeah.
What are you going to do it too? Okay.
Does anybody want anything? Because I mean, I have some money.
Just a second before we break up. Do you need more help at Morals than at the
I'm just shopping.
No, Moral and I don't get along, but
I've never met Moral.
I don't see this being a problem. I just have some questions for them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Then
Thank
I'll go
you.
to the apothecary. All right, great. Then I'll go to the apothecary if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Great.
But does anyone want anything from the apothecary?
Yeah. Keys, wallet, phone, lip gloss.
All right.
Yeah,
I think I'm alright. Yeah.
Great. Let's get the two of you to do your vibe checks first, because that's like probably the simplest ones. So all I need is a Miles. This is D20. Again, charisma, not wisdom. I think I've been doing wisdom before with you, and that shouldn't have been the case.
Yeah.
You basically have made it work every time anyway with wisdom, so it's like...
Imagine how much better it would have worked.
So it's an intelligence-based. You are not proficient in this, so it's just your intelligence.
Okay. I'm going to try to also talk him through it as well, and, like, guide him through.
I'll say that that's what... He's not getting advantage, but it's at least a better understanding of what he should be doing.
Yeah. Alright.
That'll do it.
That's a natural 20. Okay.
Oh, I
Fuck
only got
yeah.
a 19. Way to show me up.
It was your first time.
So that's 20.
So I guess I'll at least for the people at home as well, kind of like describe the idea behind this is you guys turn the knob to the expanse on the house and walk in, and you have to go until you start to see.
Before all this, my first thought when I see it is, this is where I should have brought my bike.
Just riding a bike to the stars.
As you start walking forward, though, you do start to notice that it like just as it expands and you get into the stars and the gas clouds and all these formations and everything, it just seems like it goes on forever. And that thought of like I should have taken it here is almost slightly replaced. Like there's like a 10% of you that's like, or maybe this would have been worse.
Just to get lost in, but it won't rearrange itself. It all looks exactly the same.
I just mean to say it's like there's something to it where it's just like this
way
is
scarier to get lost in.
Yeah, there's a moment of just sort of like, and it for whatever trouble you were having yesterday, connecting to that, it's almost immediate. There's some purpose to today that just guides your thoughts into it directly. Like there's just purpose, and you're actually able to. I would say you're actually able to do two.
Okay.
Actual 20. Like there's some focus to the energy that you were able to with a natural 20 anyway. Like fuck. Like it's like you're just able to focus it much clearer and it, unclogged by any other doubts or thoughts. Your strength of personality. Liam, as Philip is telling you how he connects to it, which I would love to hear your description of how you connect to it, I'll interrupt when I find the moment.
Okay. You know that. Okay, so you know the way that a lodestone feels, like the way that your eye feels. For example, you feel something coming from that, right? Like that energy. Okay. That's in everything. All right? So if you pay really close attention, you can feel something like that coming from you as well. It's fainter. It's not as focused as something this magical, but you can feel it, and all you have to do is feel along that wavelength, sort of, and feel your place in this, and you'll start feeling just the way that this is in everything.
And at there's something to this that starts to like pique your logical sort of forthright brain, and the mechanisms of which you kind of use your magic in general, and the very like structured and mechanical nature to your magic, and how you connect to the veil, how you command your presence. It's very, very logical. It's like this thing works this way because I'm bending this world to this, and that's eventually how you're able to connect to the veil. You start to feel.
It's like so things like the lodestones, which I always think of as batteries, but we're like we don't have that as much inherent electricity, but we can conduct it. So basically, we're wire.
Yeah.
So we have to pass the electricity here through ourselves into something that can hold it.
Yeah, you feel that thread and feel your place in it, and let yourself sort of shepherd it in through you out into the gem.
Could be dangerous. Is there anything to gauge the amperage?
So
you don't know how to answer the question.
That's another natural 20. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I think. Okay, so there was one time I made it explode. These can only take so much.
Okay.
So just pay really close attention to it. It'll glow. But if you feel it start. So the way it's structured, there's. It can only hold so much energy, and I think it has to do with the same reason why, different lodestones can do different things. I think it's the way that it's built. It only has so much room in its fabric. It only has so much space for energy, right. I suppose. And it's not an incredible amount, but it's enough.
Right, so we're the wire and the circuit breaker. We have to pass the energy through us, but we also have to.
You have to stop before you blow it up. Yes.
All right, one more check. The first one is just to collect the energy.
Yeah.
Again, you have enough for 2, so one check just to put it into 2.
Okay.
Or I can give you 2 checks if you want to do individual.
Do you believe in the heart of the cards?
And for this, are we still doing like spell attack for this, or?
Yeah. So it's a spell attack to put it into the gem.
Ooh.
Yeah, sorry. Two separate checks still to put it in the gem.
Okay.
I'm realizing that makes more sense.
It's a 16 and a 20.
Okay.
Basic math, 14.
Okay. Philip, you find it to be done. You were able to put it in. The first one was the 20. Like, let's say the first one was the 20, and it just immediately did it. The second one was a little bit harder.
I'm taxing myself a bit more.
Yeah. You're just and you're trying to make sure that it's done properly, but you're able to end it well. You get to a point where you feel like it's about to break, but you're able to contain it just barely. Okay. Like it gets something where like you're kind of understanding better what Philip means by it in like the capacity it has.
And so now whenever you need it, well, I mean, you've used it. The same way that you put it in, you just take it back out when you need it.
Right. And once it's in, leave it in. Don't play with it.
You're pretending to put things in my iPad. There's no room in there right now.
Okay. With that, I'm going to move to the rest of you. Apothecary?
Okay. I just want to know if there's healing potions to get in poison.
Dispel magic.
For the sake of brevity, there are a few potion shops within the West District.
Mm-hmm.
So in those, you can find a good collection of what you want.
Okay.
The prices on those for like a basic healing potion, I would say is 25 gold each.
Yikes.
A greater healing potion would be 75, and a superior is 125 each.
I really wish some people had given me money.
But what other kind of potions are you looking for?
Like anything that would be like to get over like poisoning, or to get over like
magical.
to dispel magic. I don't even know if I need that one per se.
You can't find anything. Yeah, you don't find any potions that are about like dispelling.
Yeah.
Again, I would have had a longer conversation with you, but just for
I don't need it. Yeah. I just want to buy
the apothecaries would have told you that like that kind of thing is not something you bottle. That's more of a that's a outside effect. Like it's not something you can bottle up like that. But there are things that can stave off poisons for a time. There are also some that would stave off diseases and the like.
I'm more interested in those.
Which one?
The diseases.
Okay. It would cost you. You could get a vial of that would work for 3 uses.
Okay.
1 bottle for 3 uses would be 100 gold.
And the last thing I want to know is, are there any potions that are like, I can't think of the right, like the equivalent of like polymorphs, like make something smaller for a prolonged period of time.
You basically learn from them that it's not necessarily something that you find in civilized society. Okay. It is not a potion that gets readily made by a business.
Okay.
Through like less words than that, like you basically get the hint that they're like, I would never make a potion like that. You know, like.
Sure.
I mean, you would never make a potion like that. Do you happen to know someone that would?
No. Why would I associate with people that break the law?
Oh, never. I mean, I would never ever assume that of you because of your fine establishment here and your legitimate business. I just wonder if you hear rumors. I mean,
no, I don't know of anyone.
No,
it is a law in Sestead that it is outlawed to make potions like that.
Is it also outlawed to like make potions that like make people go to sleep? Like if I'm having a tough time falling asleep.
No, that's certainly something that we could provide.
How much would that cost?
Not much, like 3 gold for 1 use.
1 use, and how long? Like it's a night.
It's more like it's a sleeping aid, so it's not it's not like
put you to sleep, but
I'm
it's
gonna
keep you
make
asleep.
you go to sleep. Yeah, it's like it probably would take effect after like 15-20 minutes, and it's something that you use while you're already trying to sleep. Is what they're talking about. So if you want something that's going to put people to sleep, you have to ask for that.
I don't want to after we just asked about that other thing.
This feels like going into a library and being like, "Hey, is there an arson club around here?
Is there a restricted section?
Poison.
You ever been to a restricted section?
I guess. Okay.
Have you ever watched pornography?
I will get. I still have the ring, but I want to eventually put something else in the ring. So.
Have you ever masturbated in a library?
Sir.
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 I feel attacked.
So I'm going to get. You said it was 75 for the basic.
No, 25 for the common healing potion, which does 2d4 plus 4.
Okay. So
and then
I think
it's 75. It's basically 50 for every upgrade of that.
Okay. So 25, and then the one.
The greater.
No, the. If you would like to purchase that, but the
Superior?
No, it's not healing.
Sorry, go ahead.
The spell that, or the disease one.
1 bottle, 3 uses disease.
3 uses was 100.
So I'm gonna get, I guess, one of those, and that all of my gold, and then one of the healing.
One of the common?
Yes.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. I'd like to.
I'll have to make that. I'll have to see if there's a potion of resist diseases.
Okay, I'll just put it in my thing.
Yeah, just put it. Now. Yeah, put it down there. So if I can't find it during the break, then I'll have to make one for you.
Okay.
So.
And it's 3 uses that resist diseases, right?
Yeah.
1 use bottle. The bottle of healing is 1 use.
Yes.
And then the
any healing potion is always 1.
And then the other thing is 3. Okay.
All good. Clickwhistle, you buying anything?
Yeah, I'd like to take at least one basic healing potion.
Okay, 25.
Alright, great.
Chris.
Alright, so 25 gold.
We're like a couple minutes before an hour and a half.
You might go like another 10, but I just want to try to keep it tight today.
Sorry, my thing has gone all wibbly wobbly.
It's okay.
1 second.
Again, what other potions are you?
I was literally just gonna buy one basic one.
Okay, that I'm just trying to see if I can move on. That was more of my question.
Move right on along.
Awesome, thank you. So, Lolly, going to morals.
I give myself a little pep talk. I tell myself to be nice.
Right. It's a little less crowded than. No, sorry. I'm sorry. I was trying to say the opposite. It's a little more crowded than usual. There's probably about 8 people downstairs. Moral actually seems to be in the store proper as you enter this time, like actually talking with people, and as you come in, they do match eyes with you, and then continue about like talking to some people.
I'll wait. Obviously, I'll be respectful. And like,
how long do you want to wait? Because they're going towards each person and talking to them specifically.
I'll just if they're going to each person, then I'll wait till they. I hope that they will.
No. You're just kind of like waiting until they.
Yeah.
Great. So probably about 15 minutes of them talking to other people, and then they step up to you and say, "Well, that was polite of you. How might we help you today?"
I have a couple questions. I see that you are very busy, but I was wondering if we could go upstairs. I don't particularly want your customers or anyone to...
Yes, of course. We could. Consulting hours do cost, though.
That's fine. Understandable.
Perfect. I go. They let you go up first, and they follow you into their room and shut the door. They go ahead and sit behind their desk and say, "So, what is it you have questions on?"
I sit down. I'm assuming there's a chair.
Mm-hmm.
That book, the one that I so rudely tried to take from you. Could you remind me, if you're able to, what that book was about?
I never told you what it was about.
I just kind of assumed you had. My bad. Are you able to, is I guess the better question.
May I ask a question in return?
Absolutely.
What is the purpose of this information exchange?
So as you know, there's currently some upset and disruption in Coal Hall, and we're not really good at staying out of people's business, so we're trying to find out how to help the people in hopes that maybe...
That book will not help you help those people.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with maybe the spell that's... Okay.
No.
My second question, do you know anything about Kalenth?
Not much.
Do you know if they had a specific attachment to Bovesia?
No. Not like most do. There's many stories of Kalenth, but nothing is the same as the person.
Okay.
Stories have a way of exiting reality. And especially stories about Kalenth certainly are half-truths if any of it is to be believed.
Okay. Well, that was actually all my questions. So how much do I owe you?
It's a good question. They sort of like take a small thin ledger from the bottom of their desk and pull it out and say, well, certainly wasn't the most hard information to come by. Deeply personal. So, I say, oh, should you happen to enter Core Hall, I do have a business associate that I would like to have checked up on. I haven't heard from them, and it has me worried that they have fallen prey to all of this. If you would be so kind as to check up on them and report back to me on their status. You can call this even.
Sure. Who will I be looking for?
The name is Brachus. He's a wonderful apothecary. And he just simply has vanished. Lovely little halfling man.
Yeah, I can ask around.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciated it. And I will get back to you with the information. And then I leave.
They walk you out, and they go back downstairs and mingle with their people. You guys reconvene, is what I would say. Like, you guys would have at least either chosen a place or back at the school at least. But did you want to do something else?
I just want to use the mirror for quick, like 3 minutes.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Try and stop me if you dareth. I would like to speak with Nair.
Okay. You see him.
Oh my god, he's probably like
taking a shower.
Yes!
He's taking a dump. No.
I'm unfortunate.
No.
Still
I
not
died.
talking.
I've died. Oh god. Liam's
God.
dead.
Oh god,
No,
oh god.
no. Like trying to wipe the.
You take 74 psychic damage.
No,
Super
he's just he's just eating. It seems like he's like on
Eating shit.
like he's at his workbench, but he's sort of like looking over some pieces. Seems to be kind of lost in something while he's eating. But and you notice him.
Hello.
Have I been working longer than I thought?
Huh? No, I have a magical mirror.
That means he daydreams about you.
Oh.
Aww.
Well, I am going to have to ask your friends for a lot more money.
It's not. I mean, it doesn't travel with us. We can't. Yeah, you probably should. Maybe someday we'll actually get paid for the work we do.
Yes, you should definitely do that.
I'm running out to Bovesia. You need anything?
You're going to Bovesia.
No, we're planning to definitely hit Tarro. We might swing. We're also planning to swing by Core Hall. Do you want me to pick up anything on the way while I'm out?
Not a disease, please.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Tarro, actually, yes. Give me a moment. Are you going to stay here?
Am I? Or do I follow him?
Or does,
I
I
don't
think
know.
he just ends up moving with him.
Yeah, you just end up moving with
I'm not sure.
Oh,
No, apparently.
Oh, jeez. Perhaps.
I can call you back in 5.
No. It's.
All right.
I'm just imagining future implications.
Narrate.
And he's just like, you see him kind of like digging through some paperwork, and he's just, he pulls out he's like, lays down like a blueprint. He's like, can you see? And you actually only really see them in partial environment. Like you see them fully, but you only see like a cloudy haze of what they're doing and who they're with.
Okay, so not really. I can't remember.
Yeah, you just see him like at his like you see some part like basically what's ever like within like a foot radius of them.
Yeah, I can't really. I can see it's a blueprint, but I can't really make out what for. If you maybe
have you
try
left
holding it
already?
in front of your face.
Have you left?
No, I can probably swing by.
Yeah, just
I'll
come back. I will give it. This is not as important, but mainly it is just that it is a part that I am in desperate need of.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be delivered, but with the situations as they are, it was not possible.
Right.
So if you could, I honestly, if you are going to Tarro, it would be great help to me. If maybe you could get this piece.
Yeah, no problem.
It is already paid for. You just simply with this blueprint you can designate yourself as my gopher, and
all right, I'll take it. But no.
And he says, and I would certainly pay you and your friends for doing me the service.
I've recently been told that I should start accepting money for jobs, but I did ask as a favor, and I'm pretty sure we owe you a bit.
No, please. This is a job. This is not this is no favor.
Right.
This is.
By the way, we can't bring the mirror with us, so I can't have left. That's why when I vanish for months at a time, I don't have the mirror with me. It's not that I just.
You're digging yourself.
All right, I'll be there shortly. Right.
Oh, he's trying to get himself out of a hole.
Yeah.
He's trying, but he's digging
And he-
himself
he-
deeper.
He like goes back to eating, and he's like.
I cut the call.
Oh, I'm back to Lyrith. Neil?
Neil in the coin.
I like Neum better than Lyrith.
I'll work on it.
Depends on what Nearest last name is.
We're all good, right? We're
Lyrith.
There is one other thing I wanted to do.
okay. No more animals.
Swear to God.
Never mind then. No, so as Liam leaves the Expanse, I was gonna hang out there for a bit, and I wanted to try something.
Okay.
The auras that I've felt, that the way that I've like felt like expanding those auras that have been helping.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try concentrating and like squeezing it down, like that feeling, and squeezing it into something thinner but more solid, more like opaque, and trying to create a thicker barrier out of them, basically. And I want to see if that's something I can manage.
Give me. It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
Give me a thickness check. Sorry, I just had to say those words out loud.
Vibe, but like it's not. No, it's not even a vibe. It's trying to shape it so it's just straight charisma. You're just trying to shape the magic. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just your command over it. Go for it.
Just straight charisma?
Yeah. Again, it's gonna be difficult though.
It's a 19.
You get somewhere. You don't.
Okay.
You don't finish it. Like you don't finish the project that you're trying to like it. You're getting ground on it though.
Mm-hmm.
Like you do feel like you're starting something. You're on the path that you want to be on, but it feels more like it's going to require a better binding because it's taking a lot of your focus and energy to do something like that.
Yeah.
So just outright without like somatic components, without verbal commands, the shaping the magic like that is totally new and it's like it's hard. But you are certainly feeling it.
It feels like it's possible.
Yeah, it feels like it's possible. It just is not necessarily happening at the moment.
Okay.
It's gonna take a little bit more time, is all. It's like it feels like if you can dedicate some more time to it, you might be able to figure out what it's going to take.
Okay. Okay.
With that, you guys reconvene. at the college, and we will call our break right there. And we'll be back. Make sure to stay active in the chat. We've got our giveaway.
Yeah, giving away 3 supplements of Hyperion's. That's a lot of items to add to your game.
It's really great.
Yeah.
So just stick around.
Get yourself that cloak that turns you into a puddle.
Yeah, girl. Puddle cloak.
Welcome back, everybody.
Congratulations.
Insert name here.
Just gonna
hope you enjoy those supplements.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being so vocal in the chat, and you're my favorite.
You are, and
you're
you
my
know
personal
why.
favorite.
Yeah, you know why Miles loves you.
Personally, I'm really happy that specific person won. I like them a lot more than the other persons.
Than every other
Ooh,
person.
yikes.
True.
No, we like you all equally.
Raise a glass.
No, my favorite is the one that won.
That's why they won. I rigged it. I'm
So-
the computer.
It's me, the computer.
Hello, I am the computer.
Are you okay?
Are you gonna throw up?
No, I'm fine. I was trying to sip my beer with the obnoxious sound, and it was not ideal.
And you just breathed it into
See, that's
your
what,
mouth.
that's what happens when you get liquid in the computer.
Yep.
All right.
Oh no, I got my computer drunk.
I want to know what character that is later.
It sounded like it sounded like that guy from Gravity Falls. Teddy, the big guy.
Zeus.
Is it Zeus?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Oh,
so-
jeez, I got my computer drunk.
Oh, I got my computer drunk.
The best character.
You got the computer drunk.
Oh,
no, I got the computer drunk.
It's better than those guys being boots.
All right. So, is there anything else we want to do before we warp, or are we warping?
The W neck.
Gotta be ahead of the trends. Nice W neck. Yes.
Are we doing the time warp for the first time?
Let's do
Yeah.
time warp for this first time.
I gotta. Where are we going? We're going back to the place.
Where?
Does anybody have anything else to do?
As we head to the school, I have to stop by Nareth.
Oh yeah, we're going to Nerith, right?
Yeah.
Why are you going to Nerith?
I told him I'd pick up something for him while we're in Bovesia.
Yeah, you will.
Was that in character?
I don't know what that means.
I'll bring something back for
Just
you.
a benevolent voice from above.
Dick.
Yeah, you will.
Dish dick.
Did nobody hear that? Nobody
That's
heard.
ROI.
The gods are really interested in
Ross,
Nerith
shut
and
up.
Liam doing it.
We pull from the Greek pantheon. The gods are just
Dong.
obsessed with fucking.
Look,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got nothing else better to do.
Pan comes out from behind a tree.
Children.
Okay, so you gotta go to Nerith. Anybody else got anything to do?
Nope.
No.
No. All right.
Excuse me.
It's a quick stop.
Good thing.
Yeah, he's like put it into a tube and like closed it up and handed it to you.
That's
Is
the
there
way
a
to do
specific
it.
place I'm going to pick it up from?
I suppose it would help, wouldn't it?
Possibly.
Yes, it is. Well, I mean, he was here for the festival, and so it's sort of a.
Yeah, his name is what's his name? The guy in your paper.
Yeah, sorry. We were just having a
Thaddeus
Cinderella
Brock.
moment.
Thaddeus.
Yeah.
Thaddeus Brock.
Yeah.
Thaddeus
Is
Brock.
it Thaddeus Brock?
Bro, yes.
Yeah.
He has a shop out in Tarro.
I'm familiar. He actually invited me to stop by, so I'll have a good reason to stop by and see him.
Wonderful. How serendipitous then.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose he was the one who.
Yeah. It's alright.
Do you ever feel like
Is it going to be okay?
It's perfectly fine.
Sorry.
It's alright.
I was mostly excited by the prospect of getting the item.
Yeah. I bear the man no ill will. We both entered into a contest of our own free will. We made our own decisions, and
Yes.
we live with the consequences.
I think he likes the new eye more, anyways.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Are we there? Because I want to ask.
Yeah, Sarah certainly has more utility.
I think it's just Philip. I think Philip's the only one who like walked in. Like
I was like, I don't remember.
As I was about to ask, I was like, nope.
Yeah, no, I was like, because if I'm there, I'm squirming. But like,
I assumed that he was like, oh yeah, I got to do this on the way there. So we're all just like,
yeah, like
every other time we let him go
you
in
guys,
by himself.
Well, what I'm saying is, you guys haven't met up yet. The three of you haven't gotten there yet.
Right.
It's just the two of them.
We're working on it.
They were the ones who came from the house, so everybody else was out. So that's what I mean. Is like Philip's there.
That makes sense.
But Nerith didn't notice him. So
I'm just kind of like wandering around the shop every now and then.
but please do not let me keep you.
We'll be back. Soon is a relative term, but we'll be back soon.
Yes, I imagine it is quite a far trip.
It won't be 4 months.
That's very good, Philip.
It'll be fine.
Take care.
You guys head to the college. That is where you guys are all regrouping. Is the college?
I like that everybody has a Philip voice.
That wasn't a Philip voice.
Oh, there's it.
I feel like it was.
It wasn't intended to
You're
be.
like, it'll be 5.
Yeah.
That's what you were doing.
In the tone of a
No,
Philip voice.
I'm aware. I will explain later. Let's continue.
You might just be like, oh, it was just a stupid voice, which, yeah, a Philip.
I didn't want to say that, but yes.
I didn't want to say it on stream in front of all these
That's
people.
literally, I didn't want to say it.
I can't believe I can't believe you just called
Freddie
Philip
Prinze Jr.
unintelligent in front of our viewers. Alright.
When
So
Freddie
cutie
Prinze
about
Jr.
it. I
watches
guess this
this,
has
I'm
always
gonna
been
be
okay.
Is she giving you the eyes?
No, she's just cutie about it. She's being cute.
The cat he's talking about.
Nah. It's our cage.
I'm talking about the I'm talking about the girl I keep in my room. It's the cat. Alright.
That we know of.
Her name is Catherine. Anyway.
So, you go back up to Barlow's office.
Yes.
And he's waiting for you there. You see him kind of like, he's got a satchel and he's like sort of pulled some stuff together and he's just kind of, he's got like a ring of chalk and so he's just like, I said a ring. I just mean like he's got like a set. Like it's more than one. He's got, like, more than one
bunch of chalk.
I thought you meant like literally like a ring made out of chalk, like on one of his fingers. That would have been rad.
Oh, I felt like a ring of keys. Just different colored chalk.
So he's setting up these. Welcome back. I am just getting prepared in case anything catches my attention while I'm there.
Do you need any help?
No.
Cool, because I wouldn't know how to provide it.
Exactly.
Yep, cool. Then we'll stand over here.
Nice cities are nice, but if you have nothing to offer, probably don't.
I don't know. You never know when you need something stabby.
Yes, I do.
I always know when I need something stabby.
I have a very good account of what I need stabbed.
Well, you are much farther ahead on the accounting than I am, because I never know what needs to be stabbed. Until it immediately needs to be stabbed.
I've not done my stab taxes.
Why do you think I have all these daggers?
Why do you have all these, just in case?
All these 2 daggers.
No, I have
now.
6 now.
You have 6. Oh right, you bought a bunch of.
No, buy.
No, I stole them.
Oh, they were
right
payment.
from the treasure pile. They were payment, yeah.
Repurposed.
Along with 10 platinum and an emerald.
These are rescue daggers.
These are rescue daggers. I rescued them.
Don't go to a breeder. Rescue them.
Rescue your
So,
daggers.
Don't go to a dagger
He
shop.
says, probably best to, well, I have just enough room in my office to make it happen. So it's probably best to do it here under the under the cover of.
A roof.
Plus, my room is actually the only place in the college where you would be able to do something like this.
It's also
How big is it? Because we presumably also have a panther, a pangolin, and a.
It's a big enough circle for.
Okay.
Like it's like he's looking around the room and it's getting kind of packed, but he's like, it's enough to fit the lot of you in. So it's going to be enough.
all right.
Basically a 10-foot circle.
Avengers assemble. Let's go.
And so it takes him a little bit of time to set the circle. And he takes the rest of the chalk and it like turns into like it just like disappears. It's like it turns into a powder on his hands, and he places his hands upon the ground. He's standing at the center of the circle. He's kind of drawn these pentagram sort of designs on the in the circle. You also see him draw glyphs, and you do recognize some of them. It's very similar to. It's like you also see him draw the elemental planes and the Shadowfell, the representations of like the set Shadowfell and Feywild, and you see him make this sort of transportation circle that's very like it's the planes, like the one downstairs, but simpler. It's a lot of just like circles and writing the language involved. And he stands in the center, which is the part of the material, and he places his hands down on it and he says, "And we're going where?"
Tarro.
Tarro. Well, just tuck everything in. And there's this moment where your whole body seems to vibrate. It's not like you're not shaking, it's just an internal feeling, and your entire body gets pinched, and you see black, and then in the next instant, and you hear a sharp, really thunderous crack, and the next instant the sound carries, and you're in a new room. It's a basement of types, like that's kind of what you can tell. There are barrels and kegs everywhere, a lot of crates. It seems to be sort of like food storage or ales and the like. Some sort of like
everything seems to be in the right place.
That's good. That's good. You brought it.
Yeah.
You decided to bring a hedgehog.
Yeah.
Did
you? Then you're gonna go
not?
to Core Hall.
Are hedgehogs immunocompromised?
It's a hedgehog.
Do they carry disease? I'm confused.
They're a living creature. You're going to bring it into the thicket.
Well, I can leave it on the outside.
Does it do anything special, Philip?
The hedgehog?
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
Oh,
he
buddy.
sits in this baby Bjorn.
He sits in this baby Bjorn. I'll leave him with Flanagan outside a coral, I guess. I don't know.
It's up to you how you choose to abuse animals, but
We definitely forgot that was there.
I was just gonna leave the hedgehog in the
literal den of wolves.
Yeah.
Haru's doing just fine.
Haru's a scrapper.
Yeah, Haru's a much scrappier creature than a hedgehog.
So, Barlow says to you, I won't be here to bring you back. You'll have to do that on your own. All the best. Good luck. Give me a moment to go up first. Steps up the stairs. And as he opens the door, you do hear, you've heard like faint noises above you, like stepping and stomping, but as he goes in, you do hear like tavern music and like clinking of plates and glasses and laughter and some, just general conversations happening as he closes the door.
We don't hear any like Barlow, anything like that. Okay, good. I just wanted to know if he was the norm of this area.
Has anyone been here before?
Nope.
No.
Cool.
Should we go up one at a time?
If you'd like, I can go first. I feel like I would make the biggest impression.
As you look at Flanagan's just sitting there.
You just got an elk and a panther down here.
Yeah.
And a metal pangolin.
Honestly, I think this might fit in this area.
That's fair. Well, did he mean he was going to come down and get us after he went up first? Or
No, he's
leaving.
leaving.
The same thing.
Oh.
He's leaving. He said goodbye.
So just one at a time we go.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, maybe I go up first, I make the biggest racket, and everybody else sort of...
How big is the staircase?
Wide enough that Flanagan can step up. It's going to be some tough... It's going to get a little tough to get it through the door, but he'll be able to fit.
Okay.
Is there like another... Is that only the exit? I mean, I guess we gotta go then.
Yeah, I was not expecting to be here.
Yep. So we're planning just to go up one at a time?
I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter.
Yeah. The way it is the way it is.
I don't know if one at a time's gonna be any better than all of us coming up together.
You do hear the door open. What's taking you so long?
Sorry.
I just needed to warn him.
Oh!
I thought you were leaving.
That's why I was asking. Alright, we go.
We thought you were leaving.
Upstairs.
Flanagan first.
Yeah. As you all come up,
Flanagan first.
You're not really like unnoticeable coming up from the bottom, but you do see Barlow talking to not to a man at the bar. He and him seem to be good friends. They're just kind of smiling, talking, and he kind of like waves you to keep moving. Like like if you take a moment to stop and try to see, it's like he's and the rest of the bar it's this double level. It's a 2-story building, outer rafter, right? Like there's this like.
I love that look.
Yeah, so it's an open floor. Ooh, sorry everybody. It's an open floor, and then there's a second level that's just like open balcony type thing, and then there's more rooms towards the back. It's just that like this is the common area. This is a big space that like people are all hanging out around in. That like the rooms go towards the back.
And what kind of people is it?
You see a fair amount of humans, but there are a few gnomes, a few halflings. There's actually a whole table of half-orcs, kind of like just enjoying each other's company, and the people next to them, like they're kind of like it's a table of half-orcs next to a table of humans, and they're kind of just like they're just talking to each other. They seem like two different groups distinctly, but like it's a general good evening, or not evening. It's like it's just at like around 4 or 5, so it's a good start to the evening.
Out to the street.
You do also see there are multiple people walking around with different mechanical apparatus. Like a person has like a mechanical owl just sitting on their shoulder talking to somebody else, like in it, just this very similar, like just a basic conversation, holding a glass of wine. You see somebody else who has like this rigid metallic structure to their arm, like it's broken in sections, and like it seems like the wrist can move, but it seems fairly rudimentary. It seems just kind of like an extra hand to grab things. It just not anything as advanced as having like a real arm. Real, right? It's like it's just that it is a simple device that helps this person. Other than that, like you see a couple of those kind of things just existing around with people.
I think you're gonna be popular here, Liam.
Certainly.
You should take off to go do your show. Your like penguin thing.
Probably not in the middle of a tavern.
Yeah,
but...
I don't.
Well, I mean, like, we're going outside, I thought.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys step outside.
Yeah. I don't know that drawing too much attention to ourselves is a great idea.
As you step out, the city itself is like when you step out, you're like, oh, that was a pretty big. Oh God! And these are skyscrapers.
Wow.
There are several different buildings that extend upwards. They are built from all kinds of materials. Some of them seem to be built half one way, half another way, almost as if during construction or during something it was repaired by new means. Or it's in the middle of advancing. It's in the middle of changing what it's built out of. You also see several different sizes of airships within the sky. The skyscrapers are, like, I say skyscrapers, but I just mean to say, like, they're probably 60, 70 feet tall, these buildings. Some of these buildings are that big, but they all kind of range within, they're all in that range, and a lot of the streets are narrower than some place like Sisted that has like a lot of open space. And yeah, these airships kind of work through the alleys and things like that. There's enough room for those kind of things to exist. Probably each street is about 30 feet wide, whereas in Sisted they'd be like 50.
It's like a steampunk kind of vibe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of wirings, a lot of cables, a lot of things between buildings, but there's a lot of pipe work as well, a lot of expressed air. There is, as you're walking through the street, there's a sewer system. There are grates and things you can already make a point of. The smell in the city is not toxic. It's just certainly, it's something that is a mixture of what cities end up smelling like with that many people around, but also this kind of weird lavender, almost sickly lavender smell, like on top of that. And as you pass through, like as the steam kind of like pushes through the air, you can tell that it's from that. It's like some combination that they've put into the steam that makes this like kind of sickly sweet smell. Not sweet, but just like a sickly lavender smell to the air.
Oof.
The streets are full of people, and again, as you're walking around with your defender, you are getting some looks, like, but not strangely as in other places. More like you see people kind of like appreciatively, like appraisals. Just kind of like, oh, like these like basic conversations, just like just nothing that you can actually hear. The sound of the city is, there's a lot of grinding gears, and like it's not super loud, but it is more noticeably loud than places like Sisted or even Ulankar has a lot of like rhythmic noises to it. It had a structure to its sound. This one seems a little bit more chaotic. Things are just kind of happening all the time.
Do we know where we have to go?
That is Brog.
So that's who we have to find, but do we know where?
We don't. We'll have to ask around.
Don't you have like a card or something?
Right.
Maybe,
Has it got an address?
Cool hand sign. What about the card?
It does.
It
It does indeed have an address. It says it lists his shop,
right?
And it says, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Sorry, I took your eye.
That's a weird
Fuck your
street
eye.
name.
Fuck your eye.
It's just the culture here.
Let me.
Considering he took your eye, that's pretty rude.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck
I'm
yourself.
fucking walking here! I'm fucking walking!
Yeah.
Gears and Brogs? No. I'm trying to think of a good cog pun.
Gears and cogs?
Well, but it would be Brogs because his name's
Gears and
Brog.
Brogs.
A brog in the machine.
A Brog,
A Brog
in the
machine. It's a good name for a shop.
No, his shop has a different name. It's on your list. I wrote down this information. So
I know. I don't. I'm not. That wasn't like a nasty look. It was just oh shit, I should know this information look. Broggs Repair and Customs.
Wow, that's a really shitty name. We really ought to like consult with him.
You're missing a trick here. Like they're missing a trick. Thaddeus Brogg.
Do you have the
It just says Broggs Repair and
Nope.
Customs.
It just says shop Broggs Repair and Customs.
Yikes.
Tarro, Bovesia.
That's bad.
He wakes up at 9 a.m.
I mean, it's pretty accurate. I like it.
Be like if they named Subway Sandwich Place.
Yeah.
Subway Sandwich Place.
The cross streets say Themis and Bane.
Themis and Bane is where we're heading. We should have some sort of plan before we walk into this person's shop. On the one hand, I could go in with the card, get the thing I need for Nerith as a way to scout out information beforehand, or I could use it as a means to try and get a private audience for talking with him at some point as well. How do we want to go about it? But it's a card I can only play once.
True. I think because it is a card that you only play once, I think we should set up a base of operations first and foremost, because we're probably going to be here for more than one day. So I think we should rent a room, get ourselves situated, make a solid plan, because you can only play the card once, we should have it so like you go in, we have a plan in place, you know.
Right, makes sense.
So I think we should get ourselves squared away first.
Find a place to stay.
Perhaps the
we
inn
should
directly
do it.
behind us.
No, we
I
should
don't
do it
know
under a
about that.
fake name.
Yeah.
Probably. My thought is, if this breaks bad and we end up wrecking a tavern, we shouldn't have it be Barlow Vitagon's Friends Tavern.
Yeah, that is fair.
Also, I'd love to find a tavern where if we can find something with like an alley nearby, where we could ensure that like we have
A shady tavern.
yes, but specifically a tavern where we can enter from somewhere other than the front door.
I love that.
If we were trying to sneak something in.
I am
if
a
we need
little
to get
spoiled,
something
I
through
can-
the window or all that.
There.
So
Alright, then great. Let us look for a different tavern.
we're looking out for a tavern with a shady alley next to it with windows
we're
that
looking
you
for
could
shade,
sneak
yeah.
into if you needed to from the rooms that you stay in.
Give me an investigation check.
Are you looking for the room with the same gusto as how you were describing?
No, just
the kind of room
Liam.
you're looking for.
Just Liam.
Alright.
I have all of the abilities.
If anybody investigates, it should be here.
Mhm.
I, for some reason, cannot add this basic healing potion to my equipment.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Is that something that I am allowed to do soon?
How's 11 do you?
That does 11 do you?
So, takes you about 2 hours of walking around, not knowing where you're going, sort of talking to a few of the people and seeing if they have any suggestions. Not many people have too many, and they seem to be kind of busy with their other stuff, so they're not too interested in helping. But you eventually get to a place, southwest part of town. It is called the Crooked Raven.
Oh.
It's got a nice little alleyway as part of its, side street that goes fairly far. It seems like an alley for the whole avenue, kind of a thing.
Crooked Raven. That is me.
It's not you.
Yeah. I think we should take this as a good sign.
Alright. How many rooms are we buying? There's an acre of us.
True.
What?
We're gonna stay here. This is our base of operations, so we need to buy rooms. How many
Right.
rooms?
Crooked Raven.
I mean, how many beds are in a room?
That's a good question.
We're gonna have to find that out. I don't mind sharing a room if we want to do girls and guys. Or we could just do one.
just need a floor.
I mean, also a lot of space is going to be taken up by the
elk
animals.
That's true.
Well,
so I'd say probably at least 2.
Flanagan can stay outside, right? He's okay.
Yeah, Flanagan loves the outdoors.
Great.
This
Panther cannot stay outside because he's your dad. The hedgehog is attached to you. He cannot stay outside. Did we bring anybody else? We didn't bring any wolves. We didn't bring any foxes. We didn't bring any kobolds.
I don't like pangolin to get taken apart for spare parts.
True.
So I don't leave them
So pangolin comes inside too.
Just put a bike lock on him.
Yeah.
Aww.
No, install his defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't been used at all.
What what about like the car lock thing? The like boop 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 boop, and then he's locked. He goes into the mall.
Park my pangolin for me.
Yeah. Be careful with it. It's a new model.
Anyway, so we need all of us, the pangolin, and panther.
I'm just gonna say we're going out this the wrong way. I feel like maybe we go see how much the rooms cost and then we decide.
Right.
That's fair.
Because if it's like $100 or gold.
I mean, I'm really hoping that this ain't no $100 gold blaze, because holy fuck, you guys.
Well, they are crooked.
And you know, that is not bad. That's a very good assessment, because they might be one of those people that's like charge you for looking in the mirror twice.
I'm already in the place.
Yeah, I walk in as I'm talking.
You follow? You too?
Yeah.
Just asking. No, just asking. As you step in, it is low lit. It is stonework. It's like placed stone, like brick. So it's certainly out of place in a lot of the other parts of the city that you're looking at. It's dual. It's a 2-story, but much smaller than the original tavern you guys were in. There's maybe 3 people. One dude just passed out on a table, another dude at the bar, and somebody else who's just kind of like standing and drinking, just kind of against like one of the banisters, just kind of not looking at anything. It smells musty and like stale beer has been, caked on the floor, and you hear a rattling from below the bar, but you don't see a barkeep. So you hear something like clinking, and like you hear glasses clinking under the bar, but you don't see a barkeep. You don't see anybody else like who works here, kind of a thing.
Can I walk up to the bar and just sort of?
Mm-hmm. As you hear,
I knew it.
and like standing up is this like very thinly proportioned in terms of his humanoid shape. He has this he has a bow tie, and he has like these like pinstripe lapel, and it's like part of his body, and it is this metallic structure that just like comes down to here, and he has these sort of he's got the socket arms, and they're just like thin metal into metal, and it's like fully gestating, but it's very nice looking metal. You can kind of tell that it's more like steel, but it has certainly seen better days. His face is very angular, and he's got this sort of copper mustache that's like one of those like doop, and it's got these little points on the end. He has green sort of fixtures as eyes, and it's bald, but it's just because he is a warforged. You see a mechanical man in front of you, humanoid shape, but made of metal, and there are like different cords that like make up the neck, and so like all of the tendons and everything seem to be different functions. And he's welcome to the Crooked Raven.
Whew.
How
Well.
may I serve you?
Jesus, man.
We're looking for a room to stay in.
You are. That
my
is
life.
a wonderful and beautiful thing, as we all know.
How come yours can't do that?
Can we have some?
My what?
Unfortunately, at the moment, I only have 2 rooms available.
How many beds are in each room?
2.
Okay. How much per room?
That would be 1 silver a night.
Is there a couch or a chair in any of the rooms?
That's an interesting query. I don't believe so.
Okay.
So do we take both rooms or we want just one room?
Both rooms, I think.
I
Both
think
rooms?
both
Yeah.
rooms.
Both rooms.
We could take both of your rooms if you have them on offer.
Wonderful. Yes, for an additional silver a night, I can provide you with food and sustenance.
We love both of those things.
I don't know how I feel about sustenance, but I'm game for food.
I see.
The rest of us like the sustenance, don't worry.
Understood. 4 sustenance, 1 not.
I mean, yeah, sustenance. Yeah, I can go for that.
5 sustenance then. May I
Yes.
put you down for 2 silver per person a night?
Yes.
That is 10 silver a night.
That sounds about
Unfortunately, you must leave your... He points to Flanagan, and if you would like to leave your steed outside of next to our stable,
Oh yes, he loves the outdoors.
great. And you may leave your steel defender within your room.
Thank you kindly.
He is much larger than that, though. It may be difficult. I might have to ask you to leave him outside as well.
Is the stable,
Oh, do not worry. I have it under lock and key. Picks up his finger, and it's like...
Is there any time of the day
It's
when
like
I
his little
wouldn't-
finger is the key.
Is a key.
Yeah, he's like...
Is there any time of day where I wouldn't be able to access him if I needed to? If he was out there?
No. As I don't sleep, you may ask me at any moment to access the stable.
Right.
What's your name, friend?
My name is Ark.
Ark.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you, Ark. Is that short for anything?
For Ark.
Great.
Okay, for Ark.
How many nights may I put you down for?
I would say
Can we pay on a per night basis? We're not sure how long.
I can't guarantee the rooms will be available every night.
Do we want to...
As you you hear just from the chandelier above you, just like slow dripping waters. We are fairly busy.
I believe it.
Oh.
We'll pay for 3 nights. I'm gonna hand him 3 gold.
Takes the 3 gold. Well, 10 silver for 3 nights is actually 30 gold. So, 30 silver.
So 3
And
gold.
he hands the 2 gold back to you.
It's 1 gold. Because
Uh,
one
Oh, is
gold
the
gold
exchange?
is
I
10
thought
silver.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Gold is 10. Yeah.
I was thinking it was 100. So it
No.
was, in my head
I
it
mean,
was-
yeah. That's 1 gold.
No. He's right. It was just that I was thinking of copper. So it's just like by that extension I was thinking of copper. I don't know.
Yeah. Copper. It would be 100 copper per gold.
He takes the 3 gold. Wonderful. Is there anything else I can get you at this moment?
No.
Do you have a map of the city?
Ooh, wonderful idea.
Like,
Thank you.
It shows you some landmarks. It does also, kind of put the layout of the city. It is a very big one. It's certainly a little bit smaller than Sested, not by much. But you are in the southwest side of town. You hand it to Liam.
Yeah, I'm like, this isn't gonna work.
Hand it to Liam. You're in the southwest side of town. It's got like a little star type thing.
Is it a
like,
tourist map?
No, it's a little bit different than that. It actually, like, as you look at it, it's more like a lithograph, right? So like, it's only this big, but as you like take a step, the map moves very slightly. So it's like, as you move in a direction, it starts to pull the map in a new into a new.
So the star isn't the Crooked Raven; it's our current location on the map. That's delightful. I love that.
That's some Harry Potter shit.
Yeah. I was thinking of like the Times Square big bus things, but I like that way better.
Could you possibly tell us where Brog's Repair and Customs is?
You should be able to ask your map right there.
Oh, okay. Cool. Like, actually speak to it?
If you would like. If you think it helps.
Hey, map.
I'm the map.
Could you tell us where Brog's Repair and Customs is? Does that...
It like...
Oh.
There's a little dot.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
It is not far, probably about a 15-minute walk. It's the south side. It's actually right next to the docks.
We love docks.
Ooh.
Do love a dock.
We got a dog there once.
May I assist you any further before I go ready your rooms?
I think we're okay.
We're
great.
We're good, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Wonderful.
Ark. He swivels away.
Oh,
And he like turns for a moment and he says, "Make sure not to steal any of my stuff."
Ha
He
ha
walks away
ha.
and goes upstairs.
Was I the only
I wasn't
one
thinking
freaked
about
out?
it. I wasn't thinking
no,
about
I
it.
really don't like
But are you now?
I might a little now that I've been told that I cannot.
No.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
I know I'm the last person
Only
that should
one
judge
crime per
anybody
trip.
on their.
No.
But that was just.
I just don't like that there's nothing, like, it's just metal.
That was just so weird.
No offense to your pangolin, but, like, I trust your pangolin, but I don't know,
Does anybody know more about?
What did this?
Yeah. So it's a race of people. They're called the Warforged.
Oh shit.
Wait,
fuck.
they're a person?
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, they
I
didn't just
only
get
know
made?
I only know bits and pieces. I've never met a Warforged.
One of the bits
before.
you know, they are awakened souls. That's it. That's
like
all.
it's
So you take it from there. I just mean to say that's the thing you know.
it's a it's a person's soul. Like I've heard a bunch of stories about how they came about. They were robot people created to do menial labor, but at some point they
I'm getting chills. It's scary.
they have souls. Like I know.
How
Like
did they
someone
get?
It's not. I don't believe it's like that. It's not like.
They took it.
Well, on the one hand, if someone necessarily died or left one body and went into another, you think that would be something you would understand more.
So you don't know where you got the souls then, basically.
I'm not sure, but until a little bit ago, you didn't know where Panther got his soul. I know you're more comfortable with animals, with animals. So the idea of this panther having a human consciousness in it is more comfortable to you, but I'm more comfortable with robots, and that's essentially what this is.
But they have their own souls?
Yes.
Did they take the souls?
No.
Did they earn the souls?
Did you earn your soul?
No, but I'm not the robot.
But technically nor are they, is what he's trying to say.
Oh, but I thought you said they were robot people.
So is Penguin have a soul?
You're a bird person. Are you less of a person because you're a bird?
No. But so they were born with a soul? Or is it someone who used to be alive got transferred into metal soul?
Basically what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, that's about all you know.
Yeah, like I'm not sure. This is the first one I've ever met. I
Wait,
just know
yes,
that they're
confirming that?
No, I'm saying
Oh, okay.
Well, I know they're awakened
Miles
souls.
just looked at me like,
Yeah.
is that all? And like,
Yeah.
That's all he knows. He knows bits and bits.
Don't get me wrong. I don't know that asking this Warforged in particular about his entire race's history and why they have souls would be necessarily polite. What I am saying is that he probably deserves politeness.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were we impolite?
No. It's just you guys seem a little weirded out, and we don't always have the most social tact as a group. So I don't.
What you're talking about.
Fair enough.
It's like the gems. It's the same thing as the gems.
Potentially. Maybe.
The thing that makes us. It's just been put into a different vessel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know anything about how or why, or where the energy comes from, but all I know is that they are people.
Great.
Does Penguin have a soul?
No, he has intelligence. I've made him smarter.
So how can we tell the difference?
Pangolin, you can talk now, right?
Pangolin, could you tell a joke?
A grasshopper walks into a bar. The bartender says, "I'm going to name a drink after you." The grasshopper says, "You have a drink named Steve?"
I take it back. He's got a soul. That's pretty good. It's got heart, this one.
That's really good, Pangolin.
I'm not sure.
It's in my database.
Yeah, I've been experimenting with Pangolin. I've made him smarter, but he isn't necessarily... So Pangolin hasn't said a word to anyone unless I've talked to him, yes?
Right.
Hey, Pangolin. Yeah. I didn't really talk to your Pangolin.
Yeah, which is...
Sorry if that's rude.
No, it's A-okay. And that's fine.
I am here to defend you.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about being here?
What is feeling?
I think that'll do it.
So not the soul, but Ark who runs the bar. Soul.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
You come across a turtle on its back. Do you?
You're driving a trolley.
You make the turtle.
I have defended you.
You are now functioning properly.
He's not that.
So you're driving an airship. There are 5 people on the track on one side, one person
I'm realizing
on the
the
track on
Ark voice and
on the track of the airship
Penguin voice are getting a little too.
It's the trolley
close,
problem.
But
There's no trolleys.
But that's why I genuinely don't know, so I was just curious.
Well, that's my point. It's like I'm realizing I was doing a little. Ark has more personality, is what I'll say. What I'll say is like probably the way you're feeling, the reason you're feeling weird. Pangolin is just very clearly clinical in all of its dealing. It just says stuff. It's not. There's no. Doesn't seem to have any reaction.
He doesn't seem like he has no soul.
Ark had character to its movements, and it had an expression, and it had recognition of many different ideas coming at him.
I just don't know if Mia's nameless would get that. So yeah, that's good.
I'm saying even as nameless, I think I'm just saying it's like
You
that's probably there's a little bit of that difference, and that's kind of where you're starting to maybe see it.
Okay.
Is what I would say.
It's not that he had little personality because he has no soul. It's that he works in service, so he has to act as though he has no soul in order to not lose
I am
his
here
mind.
to defend you.
Whatever you need.
Whatever you need.
Yes,
oh
I'm
golly!
happy.
So
$5 on a $75 tip. Thank you so much, sir.
what is the plan?
Do you need anything? Oh, I could use $1 million. Haha.
Either that or the thing where it's like, oh, did you enjoy your meal with a fully empty plate? No, I hated it. That one always made me want to slap people.
No, take it back.
So
Oh.
Yes. Are the rooms? So has he come back or
not yet.
not yet? Okay, cool. So we're chilling.
Is there a plan?
I don't.
Do we wait for the room or do we?
You said
Potentially,
you had to
yes.
go
When we
to
head
this
up
guy
to the
for.
when we head up to the room, I have a couple ideas we could bat around to see how they fit, but we're technically still.
Start stepping down the stairs.
I want a vibe check.
Go for it.
I want to feel if that pulsating thing that I feel from everybody in the party. Come on. I want to feel.
I want to feel the way I do.
I just want to see if I can feel that throbbing coming from him.
So you changed to throbbing.
I'm leaning into it at this point.
Go big or
I
go
might as
home.
well.
Right.
Why is throbbing better than pulsing?
Make it roll.
Just made it too easy for me.
Are we doing this charisma?
Vibe checks for you are always charisma.
Okay. That's a 15 then. Wait.
I'm just trying to say, like, moving forward, vibe checks are always charisma for you.
No, it's a 13.
13.
Yeah.
It is very different.
But it does feel like there's something there.
There's something. The differences are making it really hard to connect because it's not like other girls, you know.
Does it feel?
I swear to God.
Does it feel like there's anything like that coming from Pangolin or no?
Nothing like that.
Okay, cool.
From Pangolin, you like what you get is it is filled with magic.
It's magical, but it's not the same.
It's not the same as this. And what this feels like is where everybody else is. What I'll say is like that roll is not enough to get a really good read on it. The thing that feels different is fresh. When you vibe with Nameless, it feels old. It feels tethered for a very long time. It feels in a very, very, I'm just going to say this to your face, very kind way, it feels recycled. And, but like, with someone like Liam, it's akin to this, but it has a different kind of memory. Where with Nameless, it seems to have one memory. For Liam, the vibe seems like it branches. It's coming from a long line of memory. And same thing with Setlali. From like Clickwhistle, you would have felt something more akin to this, but still, it's new in a different way. Where like with Clickwhistle, it's like, oh, that's something I've never seen before, but it's ancient. It's like this. It's this very, very. So this one is as if you were looking at something and you knew all 8 things that were in front of you, and you've known them for years, and you spent your entire life knowing 8 things, and then one day there's a 9th thing. So it's not there, and it's not that different. It's just fresh. It's a new beginning.
Okay.
That's what you're getting from it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Just like waxing philosophical for a second. I was hoping I didn't lose anybody.
No, it totally makes sense.
So we're going to the room now?
Yes, the rooms are available for you in a moment.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. Would you like me to take your steed and your defender?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will happily do so.
Excellent.
And he walks over and he says, "Oh, I did not see you down there." He like looks at Panther. You are small enough. He can fit in the room.
I like it here.
Again, if you would like anything else, please do not hesitate to call or come down. As you can see, our patrons are very lively. The guy's like, the other guy's just drinking in the corners, watching you guys, and the guy at the bar is also just. I make fresh mimosas as he takes them outside.
Oh, bitch, we're gonna turn this into a party.
Wait, what mission? It was just.
Oh right, shit! I have to kill a guy. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't
You guys
say
go
that
up
out
to your
loud.
room. I know.
Yeah.
There's context there.
Okay, good. I was fully joking about the mimosas and the killing the guy.
You guys go upstairs into the rooms, or you guys would have to go into one room to converse.
Discuss, yeah.
But one of the rooms you go into, it seems like he's laid out like pillows on the floor.
I feel really bad.
Panther?
No, well, yeah, I mean, or me, but I'm just saying I feel bad. I didn't like the guy.
I mean,
And he was the only one. Oh.
It was deeply weird at first.
Yeah, but you're also deeply weird, and you're deeply weird, and I'm deeply weird, and I kind of trusted y'all before I trusted the machine thing.
I mean, it's fair. I've never run into any sort of shit that was like that shit.
I've grown since then.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've grown an inch.
We all do it.
Yeah. Like,
I
literally
I was the one that brought it up in the first
I just
place.
feel bad. That's all. You don't have to feel bad.
It's alright. Something was strange, but as opposed to whatever, acting without knowing, you mentioned it and learned. And that's okay. You can't control your feelings, you can control your actions to them.
I think I'll like it here, even though there's not very many plants.
I felt something. It was different, but there's something in there. Not like with Pangolin. Pangolin is just magic, but there was an actual consciousness.
So there was someone in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Well, you learn something new every day, huh? I like him. He's very nice. He promised mimosas.
Never had a mimosa.
They're
I always hear about mimosas. Never had one.
They're fancy schmancy brunch drink.
That's fair.
You eat them with waffles.
Famous in Lennistad.
Brunch?
Yeah, you don't know. But there's not a lot of stuff in Lennistad, but brunch, huge in Lennistad.
Pretty much.
Lennistad's a big brunch country.
The only meal they have.
The only meal they have.
Usually works
one
straight
meal a
through
week.
brunch,
What's
and then
brunch?
I never eat it.
It's a combo between breakfast and lunch. So you can get like a breakfast sandwich.
I was hoping that we would have any sort of planning going on, but sure, let's talk about this.
Alright.
Sorry.
Meals are an important part of your day.
Me and Clickwhistle have talked.
It's actually nice now that Panther can speak to you all.
I know.
I know, and
Because
I
now
feel kind of
Panther can actually
embarrassed.
keep us on track.
Nah, he won't be doing it too much.
Well, if you need to get this thing for Nerith, maybe we should just go ahead and do that.
Wait, but what
That's
thing
fair.
are you
My
getting
thing
for
is-
Nerith?
Well, that's a good question. I'm gonna look at the blueprint.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit! Can I check that out too?
Wait, but I didn't even know you had this.
Yeah,
thing.
I want to read it.
Oh, sorry. I asked Nerith if he needed me to pick anything up while we were out here.
Oh,
So
you never said anything
sweet.
about it. I thought you said something about it earlier.
And we were not there. He mentioned it, but I didn't get to ask because then we kept walking.
Yeah, so
I
he
think
gave me this
mentioned when we first
blueprint.
got
I have to
here.
go talk to. Of course, of all people, he ordered something from the person that we're supposed to kidnap or kill.
Shit! Fuck!
But
Okay, but that's actually perfect.
yeah, it's not a bad idea
Why is it perfect?
because we have a reason to see him now.
Well, I mean, we had a reason anyway. He took your eye.
Because now we can do all three of the things we're supposed to do at one time instead of having to split it across multiple sessions.
You also,
What's
maybe.
the,
do
what's the
everything.
blueprint
That's
look
certainly
like?
not what I was thinking, but sure.
What's the blueprint look like?
Well, you have to open the case first.
It's gonna be a booby trap.
Nope,
It
it's
doesn't
mirror.
open.
It doesn't open.
Mhm.
All right. Does it look like investigate roll? I want to see if it's locked with a
Sure.
key or something.
Yeah, give me an
or-
investigation check.
It's a
I
puzzle
will.
It's
box.
a puzzle box.
This is the problem. You're too into puzzle boxes, and now he's put it into the world.
Investigation.
put a puzzle
This
box
is
in the
the
world.
third 6 in a row
At least
that
one.
I've rolled.
Uh-oh.
11.
Satan's
right?
here.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party.
So 13.
Spooky scary.
Be scary.
No,
Satanic.
is it? No, I think I have
Actual
5 doing 2.
It is an intelligence. Are you not proficient?
No, I'm not. So that's 11.
You can't figure out a reason as to why it's not opening. You saw him clasp it, and so you know where that button is, but it's not giving. It's like the button is depressing, and it's not opening.
Can I try?
I don't know. If we fiddle with it, then Brog might have questions. It's probably better if we just play Happy Gopher. Say,
Fair enough.
here, Brog, we're picking this up for an hour. So I'm Here's the thing. This man's the man who took my eye and offered to see me about it. I'm not bitter about it, by the way. A lot of people have wondered. I'm really not.
You sure spent a lot of time saying you're not bitter about it.
Well, for a while, every time that it was brought up, people were snippy, and it's fine.
People.
Mostly Clickwhistle.
Yeah, I'm bitter about it.
Yeah, she's bitter enough for the both of us, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I can hold a grudge.
Oh yeah, so he invited me there. I have to pick up this thing for now. We've been talking. Me and Clickwhistle have talked since basically we got this. Since she got this job, I wasn't a part of that, but she only told me because she knew it was the person who took my eye. We were thinking what might be a solid plan is if we can basically go to him, get a private audience of sorts, let him know the Red Dawn wants him dead or alive. It might be best for him if he lets us fake his death, and then
well, I do have a spell that can feign death.
What? Really?
Yeah, I don't like to use it though, but I can do it.
Does it have a tendency to stick?
No.
Oh.
My thought.
Is that why
my thing is,
no, I just worry people will detect it. I'm not a very good liar. Perhaps you haven't noticed.
My thing is, we don't want to give him a body. Mostly, I think we'll want to pull a werewolf, a Cree.
Well, you said they wanted his arm, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What if he just
gives them the arm?
Well, what if he gives them a fake arm that won't actually give them the information they're looking for?
We would still have to fake his death. Because the reason they want him alive is so they know how the arm works.
Sure. So but what if he gives them an arm that doesn't actually work?
We would be held responsible for the fact that it does not work. And we did not bring the man back to make it work.
Yeah, what are you... is this a suggestion or a caution?
It's a suggestion. If they want the arm for some reason, I assume it's for a bad reason.
Yep, probably.
I'm all for it. The main thing is, at that point, we definitely have to fake his death, because we can't have him bring in a fake arm that doesn't work, because at that point, the whole thing kind of falls apart. The arm will probably have to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully something even related to what they think it can do, whatever that is.
I just don't even know what they think it can do. The thing is with having Ark and looking at him, I think they want the arm because, to be perfectly honest, I did not know he had the fake arm. When he was wearing a sleeve and a glove, I was unable to tell. The articulation is so good. I think that is what they want it for. I think they want to be able to make machines such as our friend downstairs, who maybe are not so friendly and are more prone to swinging swords at things.
That's fair. Especially when you look at some of the more common prosthetic limbs on the market. And there was someone at the bar, I don't know if any of you guys noticed, but he had a much more rudimentary metallic arm. Yeah. So something of much higher caliber or greater design might be really useful to, honestly, the whole world.
I mean, if you think about it, you know, robot-y people can be very quiet if you have them oiled correctly. So they could be looking to replace their fleet of, living assassins with consciousness and conscience with more metallic and more malleable people.
All right.
So we have to get the arm somehow.
Yeah, I think the best shot we have at the best chance to me seems to be to ask this man to fake his death.
Yes.
So I think going to him, leveling the truth at him, telling him the situation we're in. Because on the one hand, I'm sure a man won't be super happy to know that there's someone who's been working for the Red Dawn who wants to bring him in.
Crimson.
On the other hand, or Crimson Dawn. On the other hand, at least this person who happens to have the job is willing to talk to him and try and work something out. If we don't succeed, the next people they send won't do that. So I'm hoping that'll be enough to get him to help us finish the rest of this plan. My main thing is I would go in, get Nerth's thing, maybe ask if he wants to meet up and have a drink, to chat about the eye, that sort of, chat about the eye that I built, that sort of thing. We go in after later, or I go in after, you show up, do the I'm with the Crimson Dawn thing, maybe we even show him the contract to prove our thing. During that time, we have if I could use your disguise self potion, if someone could buy passage for the lot of us at the docks on an airship out of the city, we go to him. If we convince him to leave with us, we get him out of the city. If we can't convince him to leave with us, we find a way to get him on that airship anyway.
There are multiple ways to do so.
Yeah, so we have him with us, clean way out of the city, we make it look like there was a struggle, we bring back a bloody prosthetic arm, hopefully entirely with Brog working with us on this to help sell it.
Oh. Yes. That sounds okay to me. I would prefer to keep this man alive. He seems like an honorable one.
Ooh. I don't need the disguise self potion. What's even better than that? Invisibility.
Ooh.
I'll make him invisible. We'll get him to the airship.
Where do we put him afterwards?
We'll buy him a ticket.
To where?
I don't know. Where are we going? Not where are we going?
We're going to Lennistad.
Honestly, the best thing would be to be able to get him across the world. If we could if he
Jordania?
is, yeah.
I know one fast way to get across the world.
Our house? I
Our
don't
door.
know if we should bring him into the house. What do you think?
If we
blindfold him,
bring him through the house, bring him out into the desert, and then
set them into Jordania?
See if the monks will take care of him for a few months until no one's looking for him, and then we could potentially help him get to Jordania.
Jordania, Ulankar, there's a number of places we could take him.
We know the Red Dawn has a presence in Ulankar, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Or the Crimson Dawn has a presence in Ulankar?
Yeah. Everyone on this continent would not be safe for him.
Yeah. I think Jordania's a safer bet.
Crimson Dawn is a global organization.
True, but we are the closest to Lennistad. Here.
I think other than that, the only place to really hide him would be in the house itself.
Either in the house or maybe in the monastery.
There's a lot of artificers in my workshop.
I mean, I don't know if we trust this man enough to bring him into our magic house that was given to us by a dragon.
I'm just thinking of options.
I don't necessarily agree with that sentiment, but I do think that Liam, before we make any decisions, should have a drink with him. Because I think it's weird that this man now has come into your life 3 times.
Yeah. It's a bit
or
odd.
if you count him doing the deed. And I
it's
feel
a grand entrance, if you will.
Yeah, I feel like perhaps you are tied with him in some way, if you believe in that thing.
Either way, I think our priority is to keep him alive as much as possible, and that means that we do need to try to work with him here.
Well, but what if, let's say he's the reason those people are dying? We don't really know him.
If that's the case, then that's the case.
You don't want to kill the man who's killing many people?
No, I'm saying, like, if that ends up being it, then yeah, that changes
so why
things.
don't we just take it one step at a time?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because we don't know if he's a bad guy or a good guy. As of now, I mean, what I have seen of him, I do not like him. He hurt my friend, but, he does not seem shady.
What else do you know about him?
Not too much.
We know
I mean,
Nereth's willing to work with him, but we also know Nereth
that's the
has
thing. I know his schedule.
worked with Moral in the past.
I know his schedule. I know that his mechanical arm has a grappling cable attached to it. So I guess he goes like, and then his like hand goes over there and grabs it and
What?
climb
I want one of those.
Yeah, right? Dude, my life's so much easier.
You can fly.
I was just thinking that. You can literally do that.
I guess this is true. I just love a grappling hook.
Everyone loves a grappling hook.
We have a grappling hook.
The cat.
It might also be
We have a grappling hook.
Not the same kind of grappling hook.
not one that you can shoot.
Not one
from
that you
your
shoot out of your hand, but like, yeah, we have a grappling hook.
We don't have a grappling gun. It's like the idea that you wanted to like shoot
Okay,
it.
grapple gun. That's a
Ooh,
different
like
thing.
Yeah.
impossible.
out of your hand.
I went to Lara Croft, but I'm in Tomb Raider mode.
Impossible is
Tomb
just...
Raider's $0 on the Square
Steam.
Enix store right now.
Right, yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
which
on Steam
one?
as well?
Oh, which one?
The Square Enix one.
Oh, I already have
not
that one.
original.
Okay,
I
I'll
already
have
I
to-
think I think I have both of the new ones on my Steam account. If anybody just wants to play it off of that.
That's fair. I probably have it then from you. But I could also buy it so that when someone else is playing it on your account, I don't.
I have over 1,500 games. You can find whatever you want on there.
Anyways, I think the first step before we do anything is you have a drink.
Yeah, I'll go in and I'll get Nerth's thing and I'll give him the card. I mean, I'm certain he should remember me. And I'll
should
ask if he
hope
wants
so.
to. Maybe I'll ask him for a tour of his shop. I just want the thing to be at his shop. I'll say I have some business, but I'd love to come back later, have a drink and take a tour of the shop, show off the stuff I've been working on, that sort of thing.
Try to find out what kind of metal his arm is made out of.
Sure, is that? Alright,
Possibly relevant.
alright, I'll do what I can.
And what should we do? Just
Wait.
If someone could,
Do you want me to come with
we're
you?
trying to do this tonight, we're trying to get him.
I don't have to. We could try and do.
I don't know what
Yeah.
we would do in the meantime. We certainly can. It's just if we're going to, then we should try and find passage. We should try and like go straight from his place, get him and us on a ship and leave town.
We have time. We don't need to rush.
We
Just
don't need to.
get as much information as we can.
All right. I don't want to go see him until I'll be able to know when we're setting up a thing. So if we have other business in Tarro, if we want to go check it out, we should probably do that first. We could spend we have 3 nights. At the end, we could take tomorrow, explore the town.
Well, is it possible you go tonight and maybe build trust in him?
Potentially.
And then don't have to necessarily mention everything, and you can go back to visit a friend.
Yeah, maybe.
And then during that time, maybe we can just try and see where airships are, if there's more than one location. Kind of just get basic information. And
Sure.
then the next day we.
He is in his shop until late.
Alright.
11 or 12 p.m. and then he goes to bed.
Okay.
Does he live at the shop?
Lives above the shop.
That's convenient.
Very much so. I like when people live above their place of work.
We have a walking house with everything we'd ever need in it. I mean, yeah, it's convenient. I feel like we have the most convenient possible living situation.
I just meant for us.
Oh, for us. Yeah, that's really convenient. Yeah.
Yes. Yep, he lives above his shop, but if you are going today, what time is it right now?
You guys about 2 hours to find this place, so it is later in the day. It's probably around 6 or 7. No,
You
7.
Yeah, you said 4 or 5.
That's
If
what I mean. It's like it's 7.
Okay.
if we like, we could it is nighttime now, so his shop is
it's
probably
dusk. It's starting to set.
it's dusk right now. So his shop is more than likely probably absolutely trapped. But he does normally take lunch at this local cafe at about 3 p.m. But the only other window I have is that he returns home at 11 p.m. or 12. So that to me, sounds like he goes to a pub and drinks for a little while. Do you think we can find the pub that he is in? And maybe just be like, oh my god, you're here. The guy who took my eye from me. No way, you're in Tarro. I'm in Tarro. These are my friends.
Potentially.
Should we say hello to him at the pub, or do you think it is better to be like...
I'd like to get Nerith's item as quick as possible, just because I don't want things to somehow spiral out of hand and not be able to do it.
That does tend to happen, so that's a fair point.
Yeah, so I'd like to see him at the shop under the pretense of getting the item first.
Alright, great.
Then set up a more social type visit to get to know him.
I also think it's more flattery if you think someone came all the way to see you.
Alright, great.
I would be flattered.
I'm fine with that. So for tonight, we eat dinner here, we drink, we be merry, we maybe talk to the 3 guys downstairs. See if we can find anything else about the what Ark is made out of, because I have a sneaking suspicion that whatever Ark is made out of, the hand is also made out of.
Fair enough.
I don't know, I don't want to talk to those guys.
That's fair. They didn't seem particularly friendly anyway. But, you know, unfriendly people sometimes have good information.
Do you think they have like an automatic library here?
I don't know.
Like
Essentially.
something. Can I see the map?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, map. Is there a library here? Where is it?
It brings up 3 different dots. They are, one is in the northeast, one is in the northwest, and one is towards the center of the city. The northeastern one is called, do you want to?
I do. I was listening. I was so enthralled.
I just know how much you like notes. So
I do. No, I was like, I want to know. I didn't think it was gonna work out.
Okay, give me a second. Let me get it up.
Libraries. Okay.
The one in the northeast is the National Library of Bovesia. The one in the northwest is the Library of Artificers.
That was the where?
That's in the northwest. And then the Central Library is just kind of called Congress.
I'd love to check out the Library of Artificers at some point if you have time.
I mean, we could do that tonight.
Does it have hours? Does it have available
It's not
hours? Is this Google Maps? Is this Google Maps?
No. It is just locations. It is just.
Do you want to go down and grab dinner? I mean, are we? Yeah, like we can ask Ark if the library would be open. He might.
Yeah,
know.
I'd like to go to the National Library, but I understand you'd want to go to the one about artificers. But I thought maybe they might have more information for us.
Yeah.
Dope. And I feel like Ark might know some stuff.
I don't really want to ask that stuff to them.
That's fair.
So the plan, like tonight, we'll see if we can do library stuff because I think that'd be great for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow we start doing recon. I'll go meet Brog for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You guys check out the docks, see if there's any solid ships, and then we'll meet up after that and come up with phase 2 of the plan. Alright, let's go grab some dinner, get some info. We do that.
We eat and read.
Okay, so trying to do this quick. What are you doing first? You're going downstairs talking to Ark for dinner?
Yeah, we're gonna get some dinner. I want to
first.
ask him if he knows when the library's closed. Or if the library's closed.
Yeah, as you come in, he says, wonderful. What is everybody's diets?
He doesn't eat meat.
Well, no, I eat meat. I don't know. I like salads.
What can I prepare for you?
Can I have a steak that's like rare?
like a steak you wouldn't find anywhere else.
That's not what she means.
I have Wagyu beef.
I can give you that.
Marbled.
Anything else?
Preferably not poultry.
Okay.
Thanks.
Whatever your special is.
Special. You got it.
Uh-oh.
I'm scared.
It's a big snail.
Corned beef.
It's
So it's a big snail.
I can make it.
Snake.
Right, I love corned beef.
The best salad you have.
You got it.
I feel like this is his response to anything.
You got it.
I could have ordered a pleasant conversation, and he'd be like, coming right up.
He says, this will take me approximately 42 minutes.
Including, okay.
Thanks, Ark.
Oh, before you leave, can you tell us what the library hours are?
Which library are you discussing?
The national one and then the artificers.
Both of those are more open to the public. They generally try to close at 8:30.
Yikes. Okay.
He turns away.
Isn't it like
7:42 by the time we're done.
By the time we have our food.
No, by the time
Yeah.
we have our food.
As I'm saying, by the time they're done.
Maybe after our recon tomorrow, because we can start doing recon before midday. We could then take the afternoon to hit the libraries.
Lovely.
we just take an early night?
Yeah.
Okay, we just take an early night. I'm real curious to see how this food comes out. That, or like if the library's close enough, we could run and look for like a half hour before our food's
That's
ready.
the thing. We're on the southeast part of town.
Southwest.
Or southwest part of town, and
Are they
they
all
were
far?
like
Northeast
All right.
Or central,
Northwest.
which is we're not going
Well,
to.
and yeah, and the closest one is the one we're not going to.
All right, that ain't gonna happen.
Congress sounds terrifying.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I mean we've got food. All right, is it still the same 3 guys here?
Mm-hmm.
Have they moved?
The guy on the wall has. He's gone and sat down. But the guy at the bar is like still just looking at his glass. As it's
They
half
seem
empty.
just to be despairing, or are they on drugs?
The guy at the bar seems despairing. The guy who's been standing and now just sat just seems like he's just hanging around. Like it doesn't seem
killing time.
neutral.
Right.
The guy who's passed out is passed out.
Okay.
Kind of looks strung out too.
No one really looks particularly interested in us.
No,
Cool.
Even the guy that's passed out?
especially the guy who's passed out.
Okay, good to know.
If you guys don't have anything else, 42 minutes go by, and pretty much on the dot, he comes back out with all of the food.
Just carrying it all at once?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay.
You see him set down your salad, the steak. He sits down for you. It's like a collection of nuts, berries, a
Those for
small little, a small little helping of like quinoa, and he sets it down for you. And he sets on your corned beef, and you see in front of you a stew. It has
Nuts, bolts.
some. It's like this white. It's scallops. Like it's like a scallop stew.
Like a very.
You've never seen it before. Like you've never had food like this, but it's like this
It's
stew.
seafood.
It's got potato, carrot, celery, but also this scallop. Like it's a nice portioned bowl as well.
This smells amazing.
What'd you get?
That smells amazing.
Don't know what
My compliments
this
on the
is.
smells of your food.
Enjoy it.
Thanks. I don't know. I think it's.
Just gonna-
He like takes up a
seafood?
glass and starts cleaning it.
Liam loves corned beef. He's digging right in.
Yeah, I'm eating.
Yeah, I'm turning into it. Side a little side salad for the hedgehog.
There's-
Oh,
Pick up a.
another guest. Just a joke.
Do you charge for chest hedgehogs?
Chest hogs?
Chest hogs?
It's the first one I've ever seen. No.
I'm a
Perhaps if they become a thing, I'll have to.
they become a thing.
Everybody keeps bringing in their hedgehogs because they know I'm not going to charge them.
It's my therapy hog.
He has a little vest. I'm sorry.
Keeps poking
That's
holes
essentially
in
what
it,
you're
though.
doing.
Stop.
You're like, he makes me happy.
Phil just walks around showing everybody his hedgehog.
Yikes.
Takes him out of a sack.
It's not very polite to flash your hedgehog
Liam.
at every passing female.
How much do you love your mom's corned beef?
Oh, it's the best food in the world. Nothing compares.
Not anymore.
It's close. It's
Yeah.
like you're fighting yourself in the realm of like, this is the best I've ever had. And you're like, there's no way. I just haven't had my mom's cooking in so long. It's like making you reminisce about being home. So Lolly, how do you feel about seafood?
I don't know.
She's never seen the sea.
I don't.
Well, she's seen
I've seen the sea. That's how I got to the desert.
She saw.
Oh, right.
I rode a boat into the desert.
Pretty much.
Straight up boat.
But yeah,
into desert.
it's
I'm confused.
it's a rubbery texture,
Oh God.
but
Oh, I forgot you hate seafood.
but
She's
the
allergic to
spices and there's like you have hints of paprika and this like weird there's like this kind of like a saffron, like the way it's mixed is like simultaneously a kick as well as sort of like savory feel, and the potato has also soaked in all of that as well as the carrots and the celery, and so the broth is also staying warm. Like it probably takes you the least amount of time because you have like one thing to eat, but like
It's a big steak.
yeah, but like it takes you maybe 15-20 minutes to eat properly, and the bowl and the stew stays warm the entire time. Like it's not just like, oh yeah, eventually the stew kind of loses. No, it's something's happening. Like there's something within this that it's continuing to stay at the same perfect temperature where it's just warm enough that it's
warming.
Yeah, it is a warmth inside you, and it is delicious. Like
Cool.
regardless of what you feel about most other seafood, this is a good meal.
Oh, cool.
You have not ever had quinoa,
No.
but the berries, the nuts, the salad, like this kind of like he put a light vinaigrette as well, like a raspberry vinaigrette, and to this like tossed salad, and it is delicious. This quinoa has also been made again with different sorts of like as you start to eat it inside inside the little bowl of quinoa, like almost like a pocket is cauliflower. Like it's like this cauliflower mash inside this little like quinoa bowl. So like you have to like poke it and then like it starts to, and it's gorgeous. Like the tastes are all in these different garlics, and there's like a garlic salt and like you could taste all these.
You know the way my heart is garlic salt.
The steak you're eating,
I just one brief thing. In case he's watching, in my personal life, corned beef is one of my favorite foods, but my dad always makes it, not my mom.
It is.
And in case he's watching, I just want to give him credit because it's amazing. All right.
He made it when we were there, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was really good.
I want to hear
corned
about
beef.
nameless
Nice.
steak now.
Yeah, no.
That was really
I'm
good.
like, my mouth is physically watering hearing about your stew. I was just like,
Oh my God. No, mine was like the opposite. Like,
oh, you don't like seafood?
Well,
She
see,
can't-
now they're
Oh,
going to
you're
talk
allergic.
about steak.
She's
and
not
I don't-
allergic.
She's
allergic.
allergic.
She's not allergic.
She's
the
allergic.
cook on this
You can't just
steak,
say you're allergic because you don't like something.
the
My
cook
mom
on this
does it.
steak is
She's allergic to all sorts of things.
exactly the rare you need it to be. It is bloody. It is in the right way.
oh, I'm so hungry.
He just puts a bear on your
I'm
plate.
super hungry. So
I know. That's what I'm saying.
starving.
There is
Eat some
this.
popcorn.
You do see as it came down, there was this. It's not parsley. It's the. It's a.
rosemary.
Yes. Yeah. And on top.
Time.
Time. And there is
Sage.
a garlic butter that has been sort of marinated within this steak as well.
shit.
It is peppered, garlicked. You see that along with the steak, he has cooked shallots and roasted garlic in it as well. So it's like they're kind of peppering the plate on the outside of it, so the dressing is really, really lovely. It's not necessarily something you have to eat but it is one of the things that like help the aroma.
It's like heavy aromatics.
And the garlic. There's also on top of this, like as a smaller portion, it seems like he's also given you what you find to be another helping of the cauliflower mash. Inside the cauliflower, it's like there is a hint of a truffle oil as well, with like. So it's got a light dashing of. It's got a light dashing of just an extra bit of pepper and basil.
Okay.
Your salad is.
It's a salad.
It's
the best.
It's similar to what he gave Clickwhistle, but there's also small cubes of blue cheese in there as well.
Okay.
With the berries and with this like raspberry vinaigrette. He's also included as part of it shaved carrots. So they are thin, but they are sort of placed in an arrangement within the salad. It is and there are cherry tomatoes. There is also diced onion, and also a small helping of. It would be like a. There's a small lemon wedge, as well, placed upon the plate. For you.
How do hedgehogs feel when they taste like lemon?
You give him a little juice and he goes. His little quills shiver all the way down.
All right, I'm gonna make sure I put a little of the berries in there as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna split mine like directly in half and like give half of it to Panther.
He starts to.
That's where we're at.
I know.
It is the best meal you guys have had in a very, very, very long time. It feels like he knew you when he gave you this. As he's cleaning the glasses. And would anybody like a drink?
I'd love one.
Water would be great.
I can get that.
Something stronger than water, please.
You may have to be more specific.
Milk.
Alcohol.
Potentially even more.
Cheap alcohol?
With your meal, I would suggest, and he like pulls out this like white wine. He's like,
Sure, man, do it up. I will trust you with anything.
He hands you this. It's a light white wine. It's not really sweet. It's drier, and so it kind of complements the fact that you're already getting these berries and sweeter oils in your meal.
I'm feeling just a little personally attacked because I would eat quinoa with garlic salt and cauliflower and nuts and berries with a white wine on any given day of the week. As a Bridget, not as a Clickwhistle.
He pours you a glass of water and sets it in front of you, Sidley.
Thank you.
Philip eats way healthier than me. Not gonna lie.
I just want water. I had a tough day.
What's your water?
Just like a juice.
Like grabs a grapefruit and you see his hand just turn into this like it turns into like he's got like a
juicer?
No, it's like it's a blade. He's got like not a butcher, not like a cleaver, but like it's just like a regular kitchen knife, and just cuts the grapefruit in half, and then grabs a glass and
I'm so hungry now.
Like, turns back into his fist and then and just like you see him. This is the most terrifying part. You see him like punch it a little, and then you see him just like the whole grapefruit, and it just like it pours directly into the cup, and there's no spill, but you just see him like, and then when he lets go of the grapefruit, as the peel falls from his hand, it looks like a used tissue, like it's just, and it just falls as it just retains the.
As if he like basically hydraulic pressed it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And he puts a little umbrella
Wow, holy shitballs, Ark.
You got any recommendations for nice mead, ale, something?
I have something better. He
Delightful.
pulls out a small cup, sets it down. He like reaches down into you, like see him open a thing, and you hear like a cooler, like a freezer noise, like a machine running, and you see like the cold air of a freezer open, and then you see him. He takes out a cube, sets it in there, and he's pulled out this bottle of this like finely labeled amber liquid, and he uncorks it and pours it in. This is a drink that has been aged in barrels for over 35 years.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Huh.
Drink it.
Like he like picks up the the label has no name. It's just a design. It's just an emblem. The emblem itself is of a boar and a wolf head facing each other. It is a mystery. These have been given out to the entire to every tavern around town.
They've just been giving them out.
I believe it's new.
Who gave you it?
A young man.
What did they look like?
Young.
Well,
Nothing like hair color.
I haven't made
It was nondescript.
I haven't made any brand new and shiny mistakes in the last few hours. Bottoms up.
Great.
Give me a Constitution save.
Okay.
If you're gonna drink all of it.
No, I'm just gonna.
Oh, you're just sipping it. Okay.
I
Like,
said
the
bottoms up,
motion.
but I
I
Coward.
got confused. I got confused.
Down the whole thing.
If it's good, I don't want to waste
I'm
it.
trying not to say it because Scotland doesn't exist. It's like a Scotch. It's a
Constitution.
You don't actually. No, it was only because I thought you downed
Oh,
it. That
right,
was the
right.
only reason I said that.
+4. Oh yeah.
But it is smoky. It has a nice aftertaste as well. As it hits your tongue, it's more. I'm trying to even just think of like, like Lagavulin.
Like Petey.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm not sure how much.
It also sort of like as like what you've eaten from the corned beef. He's also put a helping of mashed potato. I forgot to say this. By the way, he's mashed potatoes with like garlic and butter.
There's no other way to have corned beef.
Yeah,
No.
that's very true.
It's also it's super soft. It's the right amount of like melt in your mouth texture.
Man, I could crush corned beef right now.
Dude,
So-
me
It's
too.
been so long, and God knows
So
I'll get snow clearance again.
it is pairing. It's this weird sensation where it's like it's pairing with the tastes from before. It's not. It's still different tastes, and it's not like all the way complementary, but it is something where it's like it's probably a good. You like once you taste it, you realize mead probably would have been a bad choice.
So you just took alcohol from a nondescript young man who threw it at you?
It does happen a lot.
It happens a lot.
Yes, a lot of people like to start their new distilleries, and so they give out random samples.
Without telling you their name?
The label says it all.
A boar and a wolf. Facing each other?
If you ask for the boar wolf, I know what you want.
Oh.
How do you know it's not the wolf boar?
That's a good point.
I guess you read from right to left.
Does ARC stand for Amazing Robot
Usually,
Chef?
when you're a small business, you don't have a name yet.
Literally.
You don't have a name yet. Are you given the name or do you
Yes.
get one? Given? By who?
By the city of Tarro.
Tarro names their distilleries.
Yes.
Huh.
You have to prove your quality of craft.
Huh.
You cannot own a business or have a name until you have proven your craft is substantial.
How'd you get your name? Crooked Raven.
I proved that I was substantial.
But like, Right. Did you pick it?
No. It was bestowed. That is what the building has been called for over 150 years.
Was it? Alright. I guess I don't need to really know it.
I took it over. I am still in repairs, as I don't want to shy you away from staying.
Never. We wouldn't stay anywhere else. I mean, I myself am a raven, so...
Are you?
Well, a very tall raven.
With hands.
Yeah.
I'm not a raven.
That's good.
I'm
Never
a writing
more.
desk.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I think we're
I'm
great.
solid.
Yeah.
He goes back to cleaning. He starts to go. He's like, I will be in the kitchen if you need anything else.
Thanks, Ark. Wow. This is a lot, y'all. Why is this place not full?
That was my thought.
Well, if he took it over and he's doing repairs, it might not have, been good before he took it over.
Right, he could still be trying to build his reputation.
You feeling okay after drinking that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. I just wanna... I'm nervous about the nondescript young man dropping off alcohol. That's normally how poison gets into things.
Fair enough.
Just let me know if
Those
you
darn young men, always putting poison in things.
I don't know.
No. You are correct in that's a weird thing.
That's
but
a weird fucking thing.
But I love the idea of those darn young men putting poison into things.
Those darn
Tales
good
all
young
this time.
Republican boys.
Anything else you guys want to discuss?
I'm just ready to go to bed and start the day.
And with that, we will end our episode.
Oh.
Hope you enjoyed a half hour of
Me
Us
talking
eating.
about
Yeah.
I love that because
So
someone asked for it. Who was it? Someone said I can't wait to hear about this food in 47 minutes.
Me.
Yeah.
It was me.
And we'll probably hear all about it. It's gonna be.
Well, I was just
And
I
we
can't wait
heard
to see what he was.
all
When I was bring the special. I was
Yeah,
like,
the
what's he
special
gonna
and
bring?
not
But
poultry.
then
I was
as soon
jazzed.
as we started describing yours, I was like, oh, this is why we think things are
We
more
won't always
important.
do that, everybody.
I was
Don't
like,
worry. I
this
won't
is
spend
why
that
we
much
think
time on
things
it.
are more important than they
But
actually
I also
are.
realized
This is why we get
how
to
I'm not
We're
gonna
gonna do a
have
special.
real
We're gonna do a
food for the
special
next
episode
month.
where we try and make all of the foods that were described.
Ooh.
The nutritional ones is going to happen.
Yeah, and it's gonna be based on this. The
There's
first
a
episode
reason
will
I
be based
said all
on
of
this
that.
episode.
That's all.
Yeah, I can't wait to figure out what that is, but thank you so much. Congratulations on winning again.
Yay!
Insert
You-
name here.
We're gonna make that joke every time we do a giveaway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna get old so bad.
Yeah, well.
Man.
Can't get old if it started old.
That's not how age works.
Remember to wash your hands.
Thank
Yes.
God my grandparents
Stay
stopped
inside.
getting older.
Social distance.
Because they
6
were
feet
already
away,
old.
Even though
when
we're
I
not
met
doing
them.
that currently.
We're not doing it.
But we are probably doing it as you're watching it right
I mean,
now.
yeah, this session is our last time doing this for a while, probably.
As
Yeah.
far as we know.
As
Like,
far as we know. As far as the lockdown goes, and
Listen, I'm hoping to upload my consciousness into a robot body any day now, and then I can go wherever I want.
yeah, that's true.
So, haha, joke's on the virus.
No lungs,
The virus.
no problem.
I have some bad news for you. Machines can also get viruses.
I never thought about.
Have a great night.
Thanks, bye.
Alright, have a good one, guys.
Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Last thing.
Oh.
Yes,
What?
Jackie and I said
Yes.
goodbye, and then 3
What?
seconds
I just
later,
wanted to say
goodbye,
I just
goodbye.
wanted to say a last thing like everyone else.